Is your bar looking a little ordinary? Is it lacking something awesome? Well, head out to your local liquor store and pick up something extraordinary. Grab a bottle of Old Humble Straight Whiskey or Old Humble Special Reserve. They're clean, smooth, easy drinking whiskeys that taste the way whiskey should taste. From humble beginnings to an extraordinary finish, Old Humble whiskeys are what your bar needs today. Walk tall, be awesome, and drink humble. Old Humble Straight Whiskey and Old Humble Special Reserve. Get yours today.
Get yours today, indeed. Welcome to the Old Humble Distilling Company's Thursday night bar trivia game, whatever the hell you want to call it. Our trivia night. It's our trivia night. It's our happy hour, the 71st happy hour, if I'm not mistaken. 71st happy hour and trivia night. We've been doing trivia nights now weekly since April. Welcome to the chat. Everybody in chat. I see Miss Hopkins. I see Easy Street with Jen is coming if she's not already here. Bimbo Barbarella. Oh, and looky there. Miss Lisa. Okay. Give me one moment. I've got to adjust some things real quick, which means we're going to reset. Change every damn thing. Microphone to video. See, I just gotta wait. We got Lisa coming back. She wasn't gonna be here tonight. She changed her mind. I'm glad she changed her mind. I don't know how this is going to work. If it's going to work, bear with.
Hello. What happened?
How about now?
Yeah.
Test.
I hear you.
Lisa, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Well,
hear
now
you.
I can't hear Lisa. God damn it.
Ah!
Now I can't hear Lisa. Almost there, people. We are so close. But you can't see me. It's fine. All right, I can see you talking.
Yeah, I'm
See if I
talking.
can hear you talking if I do one adjustment. Now, Lisa, say things.
Oh, hey, Jumbo Barbarella
Not
can
yet.
hear
Hold
both
on,
of
that's
us.
not working. Headphone. Now. Anything?
Can you hear
Come
me?
on, speakers. All right. Lisa,
Yes.
I can hear you.
Okay.
I have a shitty feedback loop, though. What's going on here?
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm holding.
There we go.
You know,
Ladies.
this is your idea.
Well, yeah. The show had started. What the fuck? I didn't know you were going to come. You didn't bother telling me. I thought you weren't going to come.
I was making my cocktail because I really needed one tonight.
Oh, Lord. You know what? We're not even going to do this. We're just going to go straight in. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages, we're fucking here already. Woo! Cheers to everybody. Woo! We made it. I had my wireless mic all plugged up and ready to go. We were balling like you would not believe, and then I had to unplug the microphone and get Zoom all set up and everything. There's a specific sequence. You see, I'm happy you're here, Lisa.
There now.
Glad you're here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages, we are here, episode 71, the trivia night episode. We got a full damn house too, or we had a full house until I had to dick around with my stupid microphone. For some reason, my microphone was dead. I don't know what was going on, but now it is alive again, and we are fully functional. Fully functioning adult human beings is what we are. That is a clean. That's clean enough, but I'm going to use this one.
Kind of an overstatement.
Well, I'm a fully functioning adult human being. I'm fairly confident I can say that about me. I am drinking our double oak rye tonight. I had a tasting at the Galleria Specs on the west side of downtown Houston and sold it out in just over an hour because our whiskey is delicious, and the more you drink, the more attractive I become. That is true.
The better you can dance.
Oh yeah, yeah. It will help you dance. But most importantly, the more you drink, the more attractive I become. In fact, one person, this is one of the most ridiculous things. So it's a quarter of an ounce, right? The sample is a quarter of an ounce, barely even a shot.
Right.
Barely even barely even a quarter of a shot. Like it's a sixth of a shot. It's like you would have to drink like 30 of these to get drunk, right? So this chick, she takes the shot, she drinks it, she goes, "Oh my goodness, that's strong." I'm like, yeah, it is. It's 90 proof, it's strong, it's got a lot of flavor, it's a rye. Well, I mean, what the hell do you expect, you dumb dummy? The part of that was in my head only. And she looks at me, she goes, "Am I drunk already?" I'm like, "I don't know. Am I attractive yet?" She looks at me and I'm like, "See, you're not drunk yet. So either you have more or you're being silly." And see, that's the sort of freedoms that I have doing my samplings of my own whiskey. I don't have to put up with shit from these people. Be like, you can be a dummy and just move along. I don't have to like you. The customer is not always right. Sometimes the customer is very wrong, and they prove it time and time and time and time and time and time and time again when we're doing these tastings. When they go, "Oh my God, this tastes like Jack." I'm like, no, it doesn't taste like Jack. You don't know what Jack tastes like, or or you're just wrong on a fundamental level. So anyway, I like retail. Retail's
Which is
fun.
typically the explanation.
Yeah, exactly. They're just wrong. Does this taste like Jack? No, it doesn't taste like Jack. Have you ever tasted Jack? What is wrong with you people? Anyway, I have in my hand trivia questions for this week.
Ooh.
So, Lisa, have you seen anything good in the news lately? Somebody at my door? No, nobody's at my door. Anything good in the news lately? No, nothing's good in the news lately. Oh, I haven't had my drink yet. I have my drink. Cheers to all of you.
Cats don't drink whiskey sours.
Cats don't drink whiskey sours. That could be the opening line for a novel.
I'll write that down.
Written from the point of view of a cat. A cat that is a let's see here. The cat would be a, help me out in chat. What would the cat be? The opening line to the novel is cats don't drink whiskey sours.
Okay, so I had to make a decoy cup. Okay, there's my cocktail.
That's
But
awesome.
see that? That's my decoy cup.
I see.
It's full of ice water. Yeah.
So,
Otherwise, the cats will continue to check out what's in my cup.
thank you, Bimbo Barbarella, for the congratulations. That's genius, I guess. That's brilliant. You could just tell them no and swat them away and like, thunk. That's how I keep my cat from drinking out of my cups. Or sometimes, every once in a while, I just let him drink it, and then I'm like, "See, you dumbass, cats don't like whiskey." And then he goes, "Ah, nah, 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 nah," and he goes and walks off. But sometimes he actually likes it. Was the dumb girl hot? Not particularly. No. I mean, she wasn't not attractive, but she wasn't like my type. I mean, I could see how people would be attracted to her, but I was not. Let's put it that way. Now, well, anyway, this is a particularly fun store to go to. This store is okay. So Houston has like their downtown area, and just south of downtown is the main spec store. It's the big store. It's the mothership. It's the big store, the one you want to be at. It's the one that gets the most traffic. They probably do like $1 zillion worth of traffic every day. This store is off to the west side of downtown, where the fancy schmancy Galleria Mall is located, where they have the expensive Jordache jeans or whatever they sell there. You know, the specialty shops and the stuff that like nobody ever buys stuff at, but it's like the travel destination. They have the ice skating rink and all that. It's the fancy schmancy Galleria Mall. This Specs is by that mall, and it tends to get. It has um, a younger, wealthier clientele because it's a very expensive place to live, and all they have are apartments and a few townhomes. I suppose there's more townhomes now than there used to be. There's not a whole lot of neighborhoods in this area, is what I'm saying. Not like houses. There's a few, but they're like further away from where this store is, and those people don't come to this store for some reason. I don't know why, but so yeah, it's a very interesting place to be because it's a very young, very interesting crowd of people that some of them are connoisseurs and some of them just think they are. Some of them have heard words and they repeat those words, and it's man, it's fun to listen to them try and act like they know what they're talking about. So anyway, we're scrolling through chat here. I'm looking over here at my right to see chat. Shall we just get started with? It's like 9:30. Shall we just get started with trivia? It's like fire it up, let it rip.
Let me grab my chart.
So before the show, I tallied up the names and points for the leaderboard. What we're going to do is in September, when we spin the wheel, we're just going to convert the points to slices on the wheel. That's the easiest thing for everybody. We'll just convert the points to slices on the wheel. And starting in August, we'll do the participation gets you a slot on the wheel You'll get credit for participation starting in August. So everybody who plays gets a slot on the wheel. Everybody who wins top 3 spots gets a slot on the wheel. And all accumulated points from whatever get converted, so that once we spin the wheel, everybody gets reset back to base. So that's what we'll do going forward in September. If you are listening to this message and you want to convert your points to some merch or something like that, contact me now. Because I'm going to forget this, and going forward, it's just going to be what it is. So shoot me an email. It's in our about page, info@oldhumbledistilling.com. We'll work something out. I'm not a tyrant. But on the leaderboard right now, accumulated points, we've got actually John Jacobs has 70 points, and that is left over from prior to spinning the wheel last time, because he never converted his points to slots on the wheel. We've got John Jacobs with 70. Barbarella has 50. No, I take that back. Mooskow has 70, and Bimbo Barbarella has 50. Those are the top 3 that we have right now on the leaderboard. Lazy Nate has 20. Goddamn Bacon has 10. Mrs. Hopkins has 20. Storms and something, I can't remember what the rest of Storm's name is, has 5. James Morgan has 25. Top Shelf Dustin has 10. Amanda has 20. Easy Street with Jen has 10. Nick Nepper has 10. Muscle Shell has 25. Tuna has 10. And Sean Hawkins has 5. So there you go. Green Crab Whiskey. Yeah, Easy Street. You told me about the Green Crab Whiskey last night from New Hampshire. I might have to order some Green Crab Whiskey. And Green Crab Whiskey from New Hampshire. I might have to order some of that up and see what the story is with that, because that would be a nice installment for our 50 states of whiskey, our united. What would it be? The spirit of the United States? No, the spirit of no, spirit of. I'll think of some theme for that show. But yeah, the 50 states of whiskey.
Hey,
Huh?
Bacon's here.
Try that again. What?
Bacon's here.
Bacon's in the house. What up, Bacon? Where's Bacon? I see Bimbo Barbarella. Is my chat not updating? Huckleberry is helping. Who the hell's Huckleberry? Oh, that's your cat. Where's Bacon? Have I missed? It's one of your 63 cats that you have in your house. I lose track of them. There's so many of them. So you said Bacon's in the house. All right. Well, good. Hi, Bacon. I missed seeing him, and I can't update chat for some reason. It's acting a fool. Goodness gracious. There's Hot Mess Missy's in the house. Cheers, Missy. Everybody's here. The whole gang's here. Are we ready to get started?
She's been here.
Yeah, I saw her earlier. I did. I saw her earlier. And I'm not just making that up. I'm making it up a little bit, but I'm not just making it up. I'm making up some other things along with that. I'm waiting for my system to quit acting like a dumbass. I don't think that'll happen, though. Okay, let's get going. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages, you know the rules, but we're going to go over them one more time. We're going to go over them one more time. So this is how it works. There's the goddamn Bacon. I see Bacon's name because my chat just updated. It's very behind. So this is how it's going to go. There are 9 questions in each round. Are there 9? Yeah, there's 9 questions in each round. Here's my light, by the way, so that I can see. But I need something on my face so that I don't look like a ghost, like I'm a dark specter over here. So I asked the questions. I will ask the questions in a moderately easy to listen to cadence so you can hear the questions as they're being asked. I will ask each question twice, give the number for the question, and ask it twice. You write down the number and give your answer next to the number. All of the answers to all of the questions should appear in one single line on your chat, and then you hit enter at the end of the 9th question, and all of your answers will appear in one comment in chat. 1 answer, 2 answer, 3 answer, etc., 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 all the way until your last one. If you skip an answer, that's fine. You don't lose points for skipping. You don't lose points for a wrong answer. You only lose points, or you don't lose points if you get a wrong answer, for that matter. You just don't get points. That's it. If you make us work harder than we have to by putting putting 9 separate lines of 9 separate answers, you will get muted. I will be a tyrant about that because that makes it very hard to track the answers. Names have to have first and last names unless the answer is universally accepted by one name, such as, and I quote, Madonna, Stalin, Gandhi, etc., or otherwise noted. No collaborating. Obviously, that's one of the reasons why you put all your answers in one line and hit enter. No collaborating. Nobody can steal your answers that way. You can try to Google the answers, but you're going to run out of time. You don't really have enough time to Google the answers. That's it, really. Have I left anything off, Lisa?
I'm the final arbiter of right answers.
That's right. Lisa is the final arbiter of correct or incorrect answers. I will ask all of the questions twice, and then when I start giving the answers, your time is up. I will give you an extra 45 seconds to finish typing and hit enter. Other than that, if you need a question repeated, if I'm going too fast, please say so and tell me to slow the fuck down, and I will do just that. Much to anyway, Lisa, you see these? See this? It's a ruler. It's 12 inches long. 1 foot.
One of these.
Did you know that they're not making these any longer?
Okay. Yes.
All right. I hate myself just a little bit for saying that, but not a lot. Just a little. Just a little. All right. Round 1, question 1. Are we ready? Can I get a hell yeah from the congregation?
Good for my soul.
Say what, Lisa?
It was good for my soul today.
Told you so. I told you so. Told you so. Can I get a hell yeah from the congregation? Are we ready to get this party started? Let's light this rocket. Let's light this candle. Give me a hell yeah.
Just don't light any fireworks.
Anyone. Just one will do. I'll take it. We'll go. We'll get going. There we go. Someone knows how to follow instructions. Easy Street with Jim gets a dispensation. You do not have to go to confession or repentance this week. Congratulations. Pimpo. She gets it now. And that's what she said. All right, round 1, question 1. Let's go. General knowledge. General knowledge is a 3-star general in the U.S. Army, as a matter of fact. General knowledge. Round 1, question 1. What dog whisperer founded the Dog Psychology Center in South Los Angeles in 2002? What dog whisperer founded the Dog Psychology Center in South Los Angeles in 2002? Question 2. What is the green pigment in plants called? What is the green pigment in plants called? Question number 3. The Center for Disease Control identified a deadly illness called AIDS in 1983. What does the A in AIDS stand for? Question 3. The Center for Disease Control identified a deadly illness called AIDS in 1983. What does the A in AIDS stand for? Question number 4. True or false? 50% chance. Meteors are meteorites which have landed. True or false? Meteors are meteorites which have landed. Question number 5. What Olympic athlete is nicknamed the lightning bolt? What Olympic athlete is nicknamed the lightning bolt? And remember, all names have to have first and last name unless otherwise stated. And I did not state otherwise. Question number 6. What TV news channel began telecasting in 1980? What TV news channel began telecasting in 1980? Question number 7. What is a rhino horn made of? What is a rhino horn made of? Question number 8. Which 2 teams are tied for having the most Super Bowl losses? What's that? And you get 1 point for each team, by the way. Which 2 teams are tied for having the most Super Bowl losses? And finally, question number 9. How many quarts are in a gallon? How many quarts are in a gallon? Get your answers in now. Stopwatch is on for 45 seconds. I assume they mean like a gallon of water. They're not specific. This is when you say it shouldn't matter. Because it doesn't matter. A quart's a quart, a gallon's a gallon. It could be a gallon of pebbles and a quart of pebbles. It doesn't matter. How many quarts?
No, it's not a liquid measure.
But it could be a quart of. Would it matter if it was a quart of lead being put into it? No, it would still be a quart because a quart's a quart, a gallon's a gallon. The same number of quarts of lead would go into a gallon of water as the number of quarts of water would go into a gallon of water. Yeah. Anyway, so there you go. Because volume's volume, it doesn't make any damn difference. The weight would change because of density, right? Which is what Marty McFly's dad was for Marty McFly's mother. Elaine, I am your density. It's over a minute. We're done. Get your answers in, people. What's going on? Do people have answers in? Is my chat not updated again? What's going on?
I have Miss Hopkins, Bevo Barbarelli, Evie Street, Jen.
Yeah, my chat is being retarded. And I need to fix this. All right, I need to restore chat. I need to do stuff with Safari here because my thing is acting up. There it is. Okay, chat's back. Let's pop this out one more time. Nope. All right. You may experience turbulence as we move through this process. All right, here come the answers. Question 1. The dog whisperer's name is Caesar Milan. The dog whisperer is Caesar Milan. That is number 1. Number 2, green pigment in plants is chlorophyll. Chlorophyll. The A in AIDS stands for acquired. Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. False. Meteors and meteorites, that is reverse. Meteorites are meteors that have landed. So the answer to number 4 is false. Number 5, the lightning bolt is Usain Bolt, the fastest man alive. So we're told. And number 6, the TV news channel that began telecasting in 1980 is CNN. CNN. Number 7, a rhino horn is made of keratin. 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 The football teams tied for the most Super Bowl losses. That would be the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos, New England Patriots, 1 point for each. I'm just going to have to close Safari. It's not working at all, I think. And finally, number 9, there are 4 quarts in a gallon. 4 quarts in a gallon. And that is the end of round 1. All right. I think maybe I have Safari fixed. See if I can, I don't know. We'll find out. All right. Missy went to bed. Oh, we lost Missy. What is that song? Missy, Wake Up? No, wait, that's not Missy. It's Christy. No, Chrissy.
Maggie.
Who? Maggie?
Maggie.
I don't think that's correct.
Yeah, it's by Rod Stewart.
I'm thinking of the Stranger Things thing. I think it's a Stranger Things thing. The cheerleader, Chrissy, she died. And apparently they put her waking up to a song, which is dumb, but fine. Whatever. Doesn't bother me any. They can do whatever they want. They're allowed. It's their show. Anyway, how'd we do on round 1, Lisa? I'm trying to get my chat working, and it's not. You do that. I'm going to work on my technical crap over here and see if I can get it to function properly. Little Susie, yeah, Little Susie, wake up, Little Susie. That's a song.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yep, they fell asleep at the movie theater, and they're going to be in trouble deep.
Yeah,
because apparently she has an abusive father. Although back then it was just discipline, not abuse. See, what's really funny is your audio is glitching on me because like Safari's doing stuff here in the background, so I can't hear what you're saying, so I'm basically unsupervised. Basically unsupervised. All right. It looks like I may have solved the problem. But while this is working its way through, we're going to have processing errors, I think. So what I'm going to do, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and make things easy on my computer by going to my Zoom screen, turning off my camera for just a moment. And Lisa, you're all over the screen right now. And I don't think that's going to help. No, that's not helping. Come on. Okay.
Do you guys want to hear the scores that I've tabulated?
Yeah, fire away the scores. Yes.
Okay.
Fire away the scores.
You have to shut your mouth.
I'm shutting it. My mouth is shut. Just give the scores now.
Bimbo Barbarella had 5. Bacon got 3. Easy Street with Jen got 5. And Mrs. Hopkins has 4.
Awesome. That is awesome. Okay, on to round 2. We'll just let that be muted there for a minute. On to round 2. Round 2. Yes?
Just a second. What's going on in chat?
What? What is going on in chat? Who is that?
I don't know. Hey.
Well, welcome to the party. The brand new name. Welcome to the party. Have a great time. We're doing trivia. You can jump in now. Ships ahoy, all the stuff. And oh yeah, reminder to everybody, we passed 600 subscribers a few weeks back. We're now onward to the next big milestone, which will be 1,000. We passed 1,000 subscribers. I fight a kangaroo.
But wait, if we pass 700
Oh, wait, that's right.
By
750
the end
what?
of July.
750 by the end of July. I will dye my beard blue.
Blue.
Blue, right. Okay. I'm down for that. I don't think it'll happen, but I'm down for it. Let's do it. Dye my beard blue. All right. Screw this. We're going on to round two. Round two, things that are second place is the category. Example, second person on the moon, the team that's won the second most World Series, etc. Okay, so those are the examples. Round two, question one. My apologies if this is being... Okay, we're good on the audio at least. Round two, question one. Lasting 14 years. Who is the second longest running Saturday Night Live cast member? Going 14 years. It's Troll. Well,
I got it.
take care of that, mods.
Okay.
Lasting 14 years, who is the second longest running SNL cast member? Question two. What was the second state to ratify the U.S. Constitution? What was the second state to ratify the U.S. Constitution? Question number three. What mountain is the second highest mountain in the world? What mountain is the second highest mountain in the world? Number four. What country is the second largest country by area in South America? What country is the second largest country by area in South America? Question number five. What car rental company had a slogan, "When you're only number two, you try harder"? What car rental company had a slogan, "When you're only number two, you try harder"? Question number six. What NCAA women's basketball program has won the second most national championships? Oh, that question's meta. What NCAA women's basketball program has won the second most national championships? Question number seven. The second tallest building in the world is in what Southeast Asian country? The second tallest building in the world is in what Southeast Asian country? Question number eight. What college is the second oldest college in the United States? What college is the second oldest college in the United States? And finally, question number nine. Who has scored the second most points in his NBA career? Who has scored the second most points in his NBA career? 45 seconds goes on the clock. Get your answers in now or forever hold your pee. Do. So that NCAA women's basketball program question, it's meta because NCAA women's basketball is the second most interesting basketball played at the collegiate level, as well as, they're looking, not only are they focusing on the second most interesting type of basketball played at the college level, but also the second most national championships. That question works on two different levels. So there you go.
No.
I'm being generous that it's the second most interesting basketball played at the college level. I'm being quite generous with that description. Because I would argue that men's intramural basketball is the second most interesting basketball actually played at the college level.
You're such a...
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's true. It's not my fault. It's true. That's over a minute. It's time to get going. I have been kicked out of my account. Apparently, is trying to be hacked on the YouTubes as we speak, and I'm going to have to re-verify that it's me. That's why I'm having technical difficulties over here. Interesting. I'm not going to do that. So I'm not going to be able to do chat later until I get this fixed. So it's just going to have to, I'm just going to have to trust you, which wouldn't be the first time. I just do that regularly by habit. Round two, questions, answers rather. Lasting 14 years, the second longest running SNL cast member was Daryl Hammond. Daryl Hammond was the second longest running SNL cast member. Longest being Kenan Thompson. Number two, the second state to ratify the Constitution was Pennsylvania. The second state to ratify the Constitution was Pennsylvania. The second highest mountain in the world is K2. K2 is the second highest mountain in the world. Argentina is the second largest country in South America. Avis was the second car rental company, the number two car rental company. When you're number two, you try harder. That was like I swear that was the dumbest marketing program ever. University of Tennessee is the second winningest.
Does it beat out the Snapple one about wanting to be the number 3 beverage company?
Snapple, yeah, see, they got bought by Coke, so I don't trust any of their marketing.
No, they were bought by Dr. Pepper.
Or was it Pepsi?
No, it wasn't either one.
I thought they were a Coke product.
No. 7-Up Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
I mean, I have an uncle who retired from Coca-Cola and a brother who works for Pepsi.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. I don't care. I'll believe you. I did. I thought they got bought up by Coke in their big buying spree of alternative brands or whatever.
They may have, but not at the time of the ad.
Yeah, maybe they got. Anyway, whatever. Where are we? Number 6. The second most championships in women's basketball at the NCAA collegiate level is the University of Tennessee. The second most winning national championships is the University of Tennessee Volunteers. Or would it be the Lady Volunteers?
Lady Vols.
The Lady Vols. Yeah, see, anyway, it's so fucking irritating. Like, they don't even get the same team name as the rest of the school. Like, we have our volunteers, and then the lady, like, it's not the man volunteers. They don't have the male volunteer, the guy volunteers. They just have the volunteers. And then, there's the other team, the lady volunteers. Ugh, just aggravating as fuck.
Well, it's like being a lady lawyer.
That was the show on Futurama. Anyway, the lady lawyer. It was a knockoff on Ally McBeal. It was funny. And that's why they had invaded Earth. But anyway, number 7, the second tallest building in the world is in Malaysia. The second tallest building in the world is in Malaysia. The second oldest college in the United States is the College of William and Mary. And finally, the second most points in the NBA career is LeBron James. The second most points in the NBA is LeBron James. All right. How'd we do?
You said Pennsylvania was the second state to ratify, right?
I did indeed. Pennsylvania. Says so right there. If anybody wanted to check my work, it's right there. Screenshot that. See how strong your pause game is. There it is. One more time. Let's see. There it is. All right. Oh, goodness. All right. I'm going to try one more time. Now, I'm not even going to mess. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm not going to mess with trying to reopen YouTube. I don't know why it did what it did, but it was aggravating. And maybe it'll work this time. I am going to try it one more time. I lied. Terrible. Did Jin do badly? Kuala Lumpur is the capital of Malaysia. The question wasn't what city. The question was what country. What Southeast Asian country? Not what city. So while Kuala Lumpur might be a city in Malaysia, the question was not what city. The question was what country. Bravo, extra bonus points, I guess, for knowing that fact about Malaysia and Kuala Lumpur. But the answer to the question is not anything about koalas. Nobody cared. Nobody even likes koalas. They're just annoying and they're covered in ticks. I can't hear you. Hold on. You gotta wait 1 second. Let this finish doing what it's doing. Okay, now what, Lise? Say that one more time. Oh, your audio is completely cut out now. Great. Let's see if we can reset this and get this. Yeah, it's definitely Safari acting like a pile of shit. I'm going to close Safari entirely, and we're not going to have to deal with that anymore. I'm not going to be able to have my feed open, unfortunately. So what was that, Lise? Try that again.
The building is in Kuala Lumpur.
Yes, but the question was not what city is the building in. The question was what Southeast Asian country is the second tallest building in the world. What country
Kuala Lumpur is in Malaysia.
is Kuala Lumpur a country?
Was number 4 Argentina?
Number 4 was indeed Argentina.
And remind me, who's the final arbiter of correct answers?
You are the final arbiter of correct answers when there's a question about whether the answer is correct. Kuala Lumpur does not get through the first gate. It is incorrect. It is an incorrect answer. I'm not even going to the judge to ask. It is an incorrect answer. That is an unacceptable answer.
Arbiter.
It is an unacceptable answer. It is an unacceptable answer.
It's not.
Yes, it is. The answer to the question is what country?
I get to make the decision.
The answer to the question is not what city. The answer to the question is what country. What country is the second tallest? So is Chicago the answer to what country is the Sears Tower in? No, Chicago is not a country. Chicago is a city and a state and a country. The country is the United States. It is not correct. It's not correct.
Go away.
What are the points?
Bimbo Barbarella got 2.
I'm sorry, Barbarella. That's just not a right answer.
Bacon got 2.
But I still love you.
Then got Easy Street with Jen got 0. Mrs. Hopkins has 1.
That round was dumb.
Yeah.
I did not like that round.
No.
Because nobody cares about number 2.
7, 5. 7 for Bimbo Barbarella, 5 for Bacon, 5 for Easy Street with Jen, 5 for Mrs. Hopkins.
The only people who care about number 2 are people who work in sanitation. On to round 3. That's a poop joke.
I would think that would be people who work in sewage.
Sanitation. Well, no, I guess it would be sewage, wouldn't it? Well, the sanitation department also works in sewage. Anyway, It's a shitty job, but somebody has to do it. I'm not proud of myself for saying that, but I am a little proud of myself for saying that. Round 3, entertainment, movies, series, novels, etc. Round 3, let's go. On what Judd Apatow TV show did James Franco and Seth Rogen launch their careers? On what Judd Apatow TV show did James Franco and Seth Rogen launch their careers? Question number 2. Name the ghost who appears at a banquet in Shakespeare's Macbeth. Jesus Christ. No, it's not Jesus Christ. Name the ghost who appears at a banquet in Shakespeare's Macbeth. Although, I guess giving you that clue rules out one ghost that you could put as an answer, but keep trying. Think there's other ghosts. Go down the list, I guess. Question number 3. What 1997 thriller starred Sarah Michelle Gellar and Jennifer Love Hewitt? What 1997 thriller starred Sarah Michelle Gellar and Jennifer Love Hewitt? I kind of had a crush on Jennifer Love Hewitt at one point. Question number 4. What film actor became mayor of Carmel, California in 1986? What film actor became mayor of Carmel, California in 1986? Number 5, what are the first names of Ozzy Osbourne's wife and 2 kids? The question specifically asks for the first name. We know the last name is Osbourne, or assume it is. What are the first names of Ozzy Osbourne's wife and 2 kids? It does not say you get 1 point for each one, so I guess you have to get all 3? I mean, I don't know. I'll let the jury be out on that one. Number 6. What year did Saturday...
We make the decision on that one?
That's one that I don't care about. It's not specific. It doesn't say answer all 3 or die. It just says what are the names. I don't know. But it also doesn't say you get a point for each one. So I don't know. So I think you might have to get all 3. But I'll let you. I'll kick that one to the judges. Because I don't really care. What year did Saturday Night Live first air? What year did Saturday Night Live first air? That is question number 6. Question number 7. In Game of Thrones, who fights for Tyrion in his trial by combat in season 1? In season 1. In Game of Thrones, who fights for Tyrion in his trial by combat in season 1? Question number 8. What color was the Hulk when he was originally introduced? Red, gray, blue, or black? What color was the Hulk when he was originally introduced? Red, gray, blue, or black? And finally, question number 9. In the 2009 film The Hangover, which famous Las Vegas hotel did the bachelor party stay at? Question number 9. In the 2009 film The Hangover, which famous Las Vegas hotel did the bachelor party stay at? And that is 9 questions for round, what is this, 3?
3.
And 45 seconds on the clock. Go. All right, so the 3 names, wife and 2 kids. What do you think? Do you have to get all 3? And there's not 3 points for it. It doesn't say 1 point for each. What do you think?
I think we give 1 point for each. That round 2 really sucked.
It did. Round 2 really sucked. And typically, they give you the option of or they give you the 1 point for each when there's multiple names. So I'm okay if you can get 2 of the 3, you get 2 points. If you get all 3, you get 3 points. If you get none of them, you know, God have mercy on your soul. But I only knew 1 of them, so I would not have done well in this round. I think I knew 2, 3, 4. I knew 4 of these. Well, 5 if you count Ozzy Osbourne's wife. I knew her name. Anyway, that's a minute. We've had enough time to get your answers in. It's time to give your answers. Are you ready to go? Let's get the answers. Question 1. The Judd Apatow TV show was Freaks and Geeks. Freaks and Geeks. Banco, B-A-N-Q-U-O. Banco was the ghost who appeared at the banquet. Question number 3. That was question number 2. Question number 3. The 1997 thriller starring Sarah Michelle Gellar and Jennifer Love Hewitt. Pitter patter goes my heart. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Number 4, the actor that became mayor of Carmel, C-A-R-M-E-L, Carmel, California, is Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood, made famous when he fell into that ravine back in 18. Ozzy Osbourne's wife and 2 kids are Sharon, Kelly, and Jack. Sharon, Kelly, and Jack are Ozzy Osbourne's wife and 2 kids. Saturday Night Live first aired in 1975. Bronn, Bronn, Bronn fought for Tyrion on Tyrion's behalf in season 1. The Incredible Hulk was originally gray. And finally, the bachelor party stayed at Caesar's Palace. Caesar's Palace. How'd we do, Lise? Was it another bloodletting?
It wasn't so bad.
I think this is more of a like general like this is like entertainment, like real entertainment trivia, not like show specific or movie specific. This is just like, these guys are famous. Here's a fact about these guys who are famous. You should know this. A couple of them were specific to it, like Bronn, Game of Thrones. That was specific if you knew season 1. That was, by the way, a great duel, a really great scene in that particular TV series. But anyway, how we doing? Carmel. Mel. It like stresses the Mel. Yeah, anyway, don't care. Lazy Nate has joined the chat. Cheers, Lazy Nate. You're in the party now. I see that. I see you there. I don't know if this is your first round or if you've been here forever because I can't really see chat right now.
It's Lazy Nate's first round.
Lazy Nate's first round. Hot diggity damn. You put Caesars and then changed it. Jen, always go with your gut. Always go with your gut. Unless you're the headless horseman, and then you can follow your head. Don't encourage me. Anyway. Did anyone get all 3, Sharon, Jack, and Kelly? Yes, looky there. Bimbo Barbarella did indeed get Sharon, Jack, and Kelly. Am I the only one who didn't get Sharon, Jack, and Kelly?
I think so.
I'll be damned. Sharon, Kelly, and the guy. Bacon. Yeah, I can appreciate that. All right, so we good?
Okay, so Bimbo Barbarella got 5. Bacon got 4 in this round. Easy Street with Jen got 4 in this round. This is Hopkins got 5. Lazy Nate got 6.
Awesome.
So Bimbo Barbarella has 12. Bacon has 9 total. Jen has 9 total. Mrs. Hopkins has 10. And Lazy Nate has 6.
Excellent. All right. Well, we are now on to round 4. Round 4, and there are only 7 rounds in the game. And I'm sorry, 6 rounds in the game. And the last round is worth double the points. So we're round 4. We're at the halfway. We're past the halfway point. Yeah, because if there's only 6 rounds, we're on round 4. Round 4 is officially the first step past the halfway point. And it is history, culture, and geography. Are you ready? Are you ready? Lisa, are you ready?
Cocktail.
Say what?
I need another cocktail.
Yeah, I do too. All right, we're freshen up your drinks, kids. I mean, mine's just a shot of whiskey.
Well, I need to go to my kitchen.
I'm fine. Well, I mean, I can ask the questions while you go and do that. So you go do that. I'll start asking questions. We'll get through the thing. And then when you come back, we'll be ready to go. Do I have one more page? Yeah, but I don't need that. I keep that page down here for scratch paper. All right, ladies and gentlemen, round 4. Let's go. History, culture, and geography. Question 1. Move over here. Which building was the tallest building in the world in 1940? Which building was the tallest building in the world in 1940? Question 2. In what Oceania country was the first commercial bungee jumping site situated? In what Oceania country was the first commercial bungee jumping site situated? Question number 3. The name of which area in the Pacific means many islands? The name of which area in the Pacific means many islands? And that's many as in M-A-N-Y, many islands. Not many as in miniature, many, M-A-N-Y. Number 4, what European country was the first in the world to introduce a driving test? What European country was the first in the world to introduce a driving test? Question 5. Alan Freed is credited for popularizing which popular expression in the 1950s? Number 5. Alan Freed is credited for popularizing which popular expression in the 1950s? Question number 6. What is the capital of Canada? What is the capital of Canada? Question number 7. What is the currency of Switzerland? What is the currency of Switzerland? Question number 8. The first television set was sold in which decade? The first television set was sold in which decade? Donner Pass Whiskey has joined the chat. Question number 9. What incident escalated U.S. involvement in Vietnam? What incident escalated U.S. involvement in Vietnam? That is the 9th and final question of the round. 45 seconds goes on the stopwatch. Get your answers in now. Bum, bum, bum. So there was a pronunciation issue. I said many islands, because many is how you say M-A-N-Y, but it is many, not mini. And I wanted to make sure that they understood that the area in the Pacific is not teeny tiny islands floating in the water. It is
A lot of islands.
several islands, lots of islands, many islands. And there's actually a town in East Texas called Manny, M-A-N-Y, Manny. And I'm sorry, it's in Louisiana, Manny. Milam is the one in Texas. Milam is in Texas, Manny is in Louisiana. And we drive through Manny, go from Milam to Manny and into Natchitoches whenever we travel back, as my dad would say, back home. It's not back home for me, it was back to their home. But we don't say Manny unless it's talking about the town. Because
Gabe's asking what was number 8 again.
Number 8 was the first television set was sold in which decade? The first television set was sold in which decade? We choose to do these things by the end of this decade, not because they're easy, but because they are hard. Why does Rice play Texas? For the money. That's why Rice plays Texas, because Texas gives them a shit ton of money, and they're a bunch of whores. They are a bunch of whores. That is why Rice plays Texas. Anyway, I have opinions. Let's get the answers out there. Any other repeats? Nope, that's it. Good. Okay. Question 1. The tallest building in the world in 1940. Empire State Building, 1940, tallest building in the world. Oceania country with the first bungee jumping site was New Zealand. Number 3. The name of Pacific Islands group that means many islands is Polynesia. Polynesia. European country with the first in the world to introduce a driving test was France. France. Alan Freed popularized the term rock and roll in the 1950s. Rock and roll. The capital of Canada is Ottawa. Ottawa. O-T-T-A-W-A. Ottawa. The currency of Switzerland is Swiss franc. The Swiss franc is the currency of Switzerland. The first television set was sold in the 1920s. The 1920s was the first television set sold. And finally, the Gulf of Tonkin incident was what escalated U.S. involvement in Vietnam. So there we go. We've got Empire State, New Zealand, Polynesia, France, Rock and Roll, Ottawa, Swiss franc, 1920s, and Gulf of Tonkin. Gulf of Tonkin. Who's single and ready to mingle?
Well, I mean, I
Miss-
am. I've been mingling. Not with much success, but I've been mingling. All right, what was number 2?
Number 2. The answer to number 2 was New Zealand.
Oh, that was the bungee jumping one?
Bungee jumping, yes. The first commercial bungee jumping site was in New Zealand. I vaguely remember a news story about bungee jumping in New Zealand, but it was just like people who had vines tied to their feet and they jumped off a cliff onto like a grassy, like landing pad. It wasn't really bungee jumping. It was just jumping off a cliff onto soft grass and kind of sliding down the grass with the vines tied to your feet. And I was like, that's the dumbest. And it was like not far. It was like a 10-foot drop, but they like fell back onto their back onto the soft grass and just kind of slid down a little way. Like like they went from that to elastic bands around your feet going off a bridge. Like they probably should have started with the elastic bands on your feet going off the bridge, because dropping 10 or 15 feet onto soft grass sounds stupid. Just sounds really dumb. Super dumb. Like super duper dumb. Like not a lot of repeat customers dumb, you know? You're like, you're like, well, you survived, but your back's broken, so I guess you're not going to come back on Tuesday, are you? Oh well. Sorry, Kiwi. I don't know what New Zealand names are. Like John, Smichael or something. I don't know. Smeagol. I'm sure I probably have met a New Zealander at one point in my life. I guess they're probably the same names that they have in Australia. Although New Zealanders would be really offended if you said they were like the same as Australia. Do we have points yet?
Yeah,
Because I'm just going to keep going.
5. Bacon got 3. Easy Street with Jen got 2. Mrs. Hopkins got 3. Lazy Nate got 5. So totals: Bamboo Barbarella has 17. Bacon has 12. Easy Street with Jen and Lazy Nate entered the game.
Awesome. All right. Well, cool. I'm doing stuff over here. Trying to move some things around on my screen to make things a little bit easier to see and do. There we go. I think this is going to work. Yeah. Then I bring this over here. Nope. Right there. Nope. Right. Nope. Right here. Good. That might make, like I might actually be able to see. I'm trying to make my chat window bigger so I can see some chat, but I think it's just going to make the window bigger and the text is still small, so it's not really going to help me. Ah, damn it. When Safari shits the bed, it really does make things difficult over in my life. I hate Safari. But I like it better than I like Bing or, Explorer and all the other. Say what?
Jane, she's clawing at the sofa.
Oh, your cat. Gotcha.
But Huckleberry is the one drinking the water.
Okay. All right, we're on to the next round. It's time to do this. On to the next round.
We've been waiting for you.
We can wait. What? No, we're ready. I'm ready. Let's go. The next round is the matching round. Round 5 matching round. This is another round that I absolutely hate. But we're going to do it because, by God, that's how things are going to be. You match the condition to the body part. So I will give you a condition. You will put the body part that it affects. Such as, for example, I don't know, club foot, and you'd put foot. All right, that's how it's going to work. Like dislocated thumb, and you would write thumb. See, that's the thing. I'll give you the condition. You match it to the body part. Got it? All right. Are we ready? No, crap is not an option there, Easy Street. We're not going. I'm not going to give you like if it were constipation, that would be affecting the butt, not the crap. The crap would not be the body part. Yes, it will very likely be great. So let's go round 5, matching condition to body part. Let's go. Shit, and I've got to figure out how to read this stuff too because it's like in Greek, literally. Number 1.
I'll help you.
Olecranon, Olecranon, Olecranon bursitis. Or it could be olecranon. We'll go with olecranon because that sounds cooler. Olecranon bursitis. Olecranon bursitis. That is number 1. Number 2, plantar fasciitis. Plantar fasciitis.
Nicely done.
I'm very familiar with that one. Number 3, median nerve injury. Median nerve injury. Jesus, this one's fun. Number 4, iliotibial band tendinitis.
Ooh,
Iliotibial band tendinitis. I know what that is. We call it something else. Number 5, medial cruciate ligament. That's not a condition. That's just a thing. A torn medial cruciate ligament. There we go. That's your condition. The torn medial cruciate ligament. Number 6, impingement syndrome. Impingement syndrome.
Oh, that's crap.
No, crap is what happens when you're not constipated. Number 7, Achilles tendinitis. Achilles tendinitis. And that could be anyway. Number 8, inflamed sciatica. Inflamed sciatica. Several answers for that one too. And finally, number 9, cervical spondylosis.
Yes.
Cervical spondylosis. Spondylicious.
Spondylosis. I have read entirely too many medical records for being an attorney. Like, they don't talk about that in law school. They don't tell you that, oh, yeah, you should have gotten an MD because you're going to have to go through all these fucking medical records.
I know, right? Oh, my God. Especially if you're going to be working insurance.
You know, at least, or personal injury.
Right? Lord.
Or workers' compensation. That's another good one. But it's just like, really? We couldn't have at least a class on medical terminology?
Oh, I forgot to do the timer.
Maybe having some examples of MRI reports before we graduate.
That's what, but behind these MRIs. All right, that's been 45 seconds at least. Probably more. Let's go with the answers. Olecranon bursitis is the elbow. That is the elbow. Plantar fasciitis is in the foot. Could also be the heel. Well, it's not really the heel. It's really the foot. The bottom of your foot. The median nerve injury is your wrist. Iliotibial band tendonitis is the hip. It says hip, although I always see IT band stuff around the knee, but that's hip.
Oh no, mine stretched the entire length.
Oh, it goes all the way down the leg?
Thigh.
Gotcha. Medial cruciate ligament is in your knee. If you tear your medial cruciate ligament, that is in your knee. That's the one in the middle, because there's the anterior, exterior, and medial cruciate ligaments. I tore my anterior. Anyway, no, interior. I ripped my interior. No. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It was my meniscus. Anyway, carry on. Impingement syndrome is in your shoulder. Achilles tendonitis is in the ankle, specifically the back of the ankle where your Achilles tendon is, usually right above the heel. Your sciatica inflammation is in your lumbar, lower back. Multiple answers on that one, but this one says lumbar, which is your lower back. And finally, cervical spondylosis is the neck. Cervical, not the cervix, the cervical as in neck bones. Because I guess the other one would be cervixial? Cervixial?
No, it's
just lady parts.
It's cervical too.
They hand wave it and go, somewhere down there, you got some stuff going on. And then then they go away and they don't tell you anything because they're...
The first one was elbow, right?
Yes, elbow, foot, wrist, hip, knee, shoulder, ankle, lumbar, Bill lumbar, and neck.
All right.
Can't believe you fucked Bill Lumbar. You fucked Bill Lumbar.
I am being generous here.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea for this one. Because these are vague. These are fairly vague. You know, elbow, as long as it's part of the elbow. Back versus lumbar, like specific lower back specifically. Because I don't think the sciatica affects the upper back in any way.
No, it doesn't.
And plantar fasciitis can affect the heel and the bottom of the foot. It can kind of affect anywhere between the ball of your foot and the heel of your foot. Mine was usually right at the heel, and it was, oh god, that was just mine. My plantar fasciitis advanced to plantar fasciosis, which was super sucky. And like a good runner, when I was younger, I shopped around to find a doctor who would tell me that I could continue to run. Like, we can fix this. You don't just have to treat the pain. We can fix it. That was the right doctor. Because most of those doctors don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're just terrible. Like, running's bad for you. Like, you're a doctor. How can you think running's bad for you, idiot? Go away. And a foot doctor at that. Anyway. I don't know how foot doctors stay in business. If all they do is tell people who run that you're not supposed to run. Anyway, what?
Run through the answers again.
Okay. Elbow, foot, wrist, hip, knee, shoulder, ankle, lumbar, neck. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Nope, those are wrong. Sorry. They should have done the questions with answers in that order. That would have been fucking epic. That would have been absolutely epic. They've been like, migraines, head. Okay. Impingement, okay. Medial collateral ligament, okay. Corns, okay, yeah, that's on the toe.
You have to read the answers again because now you have completely scrambled my brain.
So sorry. God, this is such a shit show. Okay, elbow, foot, wrist, hip, knee, shoulder, ankle, lumbar, neck. That is all 9. Why don't y'all just put how many points y'all got? Just post the points that y'all got on this round. It can't be
Oh, hush.
not more than 9, not less than 3. Everybody gets something. No, I'm kidding. See some of y'all's answers. Y'all don't all get something.
Okay, read it one more time.
Elbow, foot, wrist, hip, knee, shoulder, ankle, lumbar, neck. Okay. Okay. Oh, goodness. What fun.
You just recited the foot book? I don't have kids, so I don't know what that is.
The foot
I'm
book.
assuming
What?
that's a reference to. Mrs. Hawkins said, I just recited the foot book.
The foot book. Oh, I don't know what that is.
Dr. Seuss thing?
I am not familiar with the foot book. I am unfamiliar with that. Did I freeze? I'm lagging. Okay. Something's going on my computer. Oh, look. Safari just spontaneously opened on my computer like a idiot. Jesus.
I gave you 4.
Okay.
Bacon got 4.
Lazy Nate says he.
Jen got 6. Hopkins got 4. And Lazy Nate got 7.
7. Let me see what Nate got because he says that like by my rules, he doesn't get enough as many points. So Lazy Nate would have shoulder. That would be incorrect. Foot is correct. That's 1. Knee is incorrect because that's wrist. Number 4 would be hamstring from the glutes to the knee. Number 4.
But IT band?
Hip from glutes to the knee. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take that. 5 would be knee. Nerve pinching is incorrect. 7 is Achilles tendon, which is incorrect. Gluteal region is and neck. You got that? I'd give him 4. I don't know. What'd you say with Nate?
7.
7? Okay. I'm not gonna get involved. Not with this one. Because this is super vague. He got
7 was Achilles, right?
number 7 is Achilles tendonitis. That would be the ankle, but
that's where the Achilles tendon is.
It is. So yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna be too nitpicky on this one because it's not like you know.
And what was the question on number 6?
Number 6 was impingement syndrome.
Yeah, that's a crap question.
It is. See, a lot of this is just, yeah. I don't give a shit on this one. They didn't specifically ask for a country. And I guess technically the Achilles tendon isn't a body part, but it also is a body part. That's fucking. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care that much on this particular round.
Okay. Bamboo Barbarella got 4. Bacon got 4. Easy Street with Jen got 6. Mrs. Hopkins got 4. Lazy Nate got 7. So Bamboo Barbarella has 21. Bacon has 16. Easy Street with Jen has 17. Mrs. Hopkins has 17. Lazy Nate has 18.
Ooh.
I know. It's exciting.
So everybody's bunched up within like 5 points of each other.
Yeah. And so
and this round is worth double the points. Ooh, exciting. Round 6, double the points, brought to you by Double Mint Gum.
It's not.
Not officially, but it is.
No, it's not.
Double Mint Gum. When you like twice the flavor but only half the price, Double Mint Gum. Don't swallow it because it will grow a tree in your belly. Double Mint Gum. Round 6. But also, if you chew double mint gum and drink whiskey, it's like having a mint julep. General knowledge. Points are doubled. Question 1. The Pentium processor for computers was developed by which company? The Pentium processor for computers, I'm glad they specified that for computers, was developed by which company? Number 2. When exposed to oxygen, what color is the blood of a lobster? When exposed to oxygen, what color is the blood of a lobster? Question number 3. Which book by Aldous Huxley predicted test tube babies? Which book by Aldous Huxley predicted test tube babies? Question number 4. Who is credited with the discovery of galaxies outside of our own galaxy? That is a question that we covered about 2 weeks ago. Who is credited with the discovery of galaxies outside of our own galaxy? Maybe it was 3 weeks ago. Question number 5. Legal problems involving forcing themselves on a teenage girl during a photo shoot led which Oscar-winning director to flee the United States in 1978? All right, the question makes sense when you get to the end. Legal problems involving forcing themselves on a teenage girl during a photo shoot led which Oscar-winning director to flee the United States in 1978? That's that gender-neutral pronouns. It makes it very hard to know what the hell they're talking about. Question number 6.
Well, what is there, like 1 or 2 female directors who have won Oscars?
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Number 6. What is a baby seal called? What is a baby seal called?
A baby seal?
It doesn't matter. They don't answer when you call them. Number 7. Rounding.
Wait. Did you see the footage from California where the sea lions are chasing people on the beach?
That's pretty funny. Yeah, I've seen it.
You see it?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Okay, but did you see the CNN version?
Oh, I
of
did
it?
not. I didn't see that.
Oh
No.
my gosh, the anchors are cracking up. The people on the set are cracking up. It is awesome.
All right. That's good stuff. Question number 7. Sorry about that, guys. Question number 7, because that's just funny as shit, though. Rounding up to the nearest whole number, how many furlongs are in 1 mile? Rounding up to the nearest whole number, how many furlongs are in 1 mile? I don't like that question either. Question number 8. The 1988 Summer Olympics were held in which country? The 1988 Summer Olympics were held in which country? And finally, number 9. What is the softest mineral in the world? What is the softest mineral in the world? 45 seconds goes on the clock. Answer the questions now, or if you haven't already done so, like get them up there. So if you round up to the nearest whole number, that's not the number of furlongs that's in a mile. Like, that's literally not true. That's why I don't like that question, because if you round up to the next one, that's not how many furlongs are in a mile. That's more than the number of furlongs that are in a mile. The number of furlongs would be the number down below that. You have to round down to the nearest whole number. That's how many whole furlongs are in a mile, and then some portion of a furlong is the next one that completes them. That question is shit. I don't like that question. That's troublesome. I don't like it. But y'all have to answer it correctly based on this stupid piece of paper. Anyway, because them's the rules. Deal with it. God.
Lacey Nate says number 8 again.
Number 8 again. The 1988 Summer Olympics were held in which country? The 1988 Summer Olympics were held in which country? Oh, excuse me. Which country? Not asking the city, they're asking the country. Because some events were actually held outside the city. Some events were held in the ocean. Because it's the Summer Olympics and they had sailing events and triathlons. Hell, even the marathon went outside the city, if I'm not mistaken. The biking, cycling went outside the city. What else?
Okay. Top
Anyway,
shelf stuff, and
we're
I would
definitely
appreciate
past 45
time.
seconds.
You would number your answers.
All right, answer time. The Pentium processor for computers, not to be mistaken for the Pentium processor for other shit, was developed by which company? Intel. Intel developed the Pentium processor. The lobster's blood and oxygen is blue. The novel by Aldous Huxley that predicted test tube babies was Brave New World. Also, name another novel by Aldous Huxley. Edwin Hubble discovered galaxies outside of our own. That is the answer to number 4. Edwin Hubble. Roman Polanski is the dirty pedophile that fled to France. A pup is what a baby seal is called. A pup. And for recreation, they go clubbing. Rounding up to the nearest whole number, there's 8 furlongs in 1 mile. 8 furlongs in 1 mile. South Korea is where the Olympics were held in 1988. And talc is the softest mineral in the known universe. Talc. There we go. So, 9 questions, 9 answers. Intel, Blue, Brave New World, Edwin Hubble, and they asked for both names, Edwin Hubble.
What was number 7?
Number 7 was 8.
Thanks.
8 furlongs in a mile. 8 furlongs in a mile, which is literally not true. Like 7 and a fraction. But that's the stupid answer. Whatever. Fine. It's like 8. It's like 8. Just like there's 1,600 meters in a mile. That's not exactly true. But whatever. 4 laps around the track. 400-meter laps. 1,600 meters. That's a mile. It's close enough. It's a metric mile. That shit just bothers me. And it probably only just bothers me because I'm an American. But man, do better conversions, Europe. Just make better science, is all I'm saying. Meters are nice and cool and all, but, you know, just make tracks better, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. I like dozens. Nick's my changed answer. How we doing, Lise? Are we good? Can I stop being a grumpy old man and tell the fucking Europeans to get off my lawn? Get off my lawn, you damn Euros, with your rainbow-colored hair and tracksuits. Freaking Europeans. Tracksuits.
Okay.
I've never been to Europe.
We're right for 8 points.
Okay.
Wait, where's Bacon?
Where's Bacon? I am missing out on chat because I can't see it because it's too small. Where is Bacon?
Oh,
Bimbo,
there he
Bimbo,
is.
Bimbo. Top shelf. There's more Bimbo. Easy Street. There's Bacon. He was like the first one. 1, 2.
2.
3. You got a cub. Number 6.
I thought it was a pup.
Oh, it's a pup. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. 4. No idea. Yeah. Hummus?
Okay.
That's a good guess, but it was incorrect. All right. What's the word, Lisa?
Bimbo Barbarella got 8
That is it.
points. 4 correct, 8 points. Bacon got 2 correct for 4 points. Easy Street with Jen got 4 correct for 8 points. Mrs. Hopkins got 3 correct for 6 points. And Lazy Nate got 3 correct for 6 points.
Okay.
And then Top Shelf Dustin got 9 correct for 18 points.
And just for the record, that is an incorrect answer. I asked what the word was. You gave a bunch of nonsense. The word bird is the word. Bird is the correct answer to that question.
When did you ask what the word was?
I said, what's the word, Lisa? And you said, bunch of answers, but the answer is, of course, bird.
Bird.
Bird is the word.
Understood.
Jesus.
So
I'm kind of loopy tonight.
Top Shelf Dustin made an impressive showing with only 1 round.
Did he now?
Yeah, for a total of 18 points.
Bravo, Dustin.
Yeah, Bacon got 20.
Okay.
Mrs. Hopkins got 23.
Okay.
Third place with 24 is Lazy Nate.
Lazy Nate gets third place. Cool. So I add 5 to his tally right here. Who's second?
You're missing an arm. No, are you?
I have arms.
I meant on your sunglasses. It looks like you're missing an arm on your sunglasses.
Oh, no. They're all here.
Okay. So for second place, Easy Street with Jen got 25 points.
Easy Street with Jen has 25 points for second place. Holy guacamole. So what's that leave for first place? Is that Barbarella?
Barbarella with 29 points.
Bravo, brava. Bimbo Barbarella gets first place. That puts Bimbo Barbarella firmly in the lead on the leaderboard with 70 points. 70 boozy bucks that can be swapped out. She's got 7 slots on the wheel. Easy, no problem.
Moose Gal and somebody else had 70.
Moose Gal has, we've got 3 people with 70 points. We've got John Jacobs, Bimbo Barbarella, and Moose Gal. All 3 have 7. Those 3 folks have the most slices on the wheel right now. And we will have it. We're going to have a very full wheel come September, and plenty of opportunities in the month of August to add slices to the wheel.
Unless they want to redeem their Boozy Bucks for merchandise.
Oh, that's right, because you weren't here when I said that. Going forward, if they want to do that, just go ahead and contact me. We'll work out a thing. But going forward, we're just gonna put slices on the wheel. We'll spin the wheel. We'll give away some shit in September. We'll probably do a couple of giveaways because we're gonna have so many names on the wheel, so many slices on the wheel. We'll go ahead and do a couple of giveaways in September. And we're going to have plenty of opportunities in the month of August to get on the wheel. Same thing we did in the month of May, where every time you participate in a show, you come in, you get in chat, you get on the wheel, you do, all the stuff, you get on the wheel. The more slices on the wheel, the better. The more participation, the better off everybody is. And that's how it's going to work in the month of August. Because right now, what it looks like is we've got, let's see here, 7, 8, 9, 10, 17, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 34, 35, 36, 37 slices on the wheel right now, which is shoo awesome. So there you go. So what do you want to do, Lise?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I don't know. I mean, it's 11 o'clock. We've got our trivia winners. I don't know any of the analytics.
10:52.
No, it's not quite 11 o'clock. Okay, this is what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and do this. I'm going to turn off my camera, shut down. I'm going to go into as low CPU usage mode as I can for the next couple of minutes and see if I can get all of my systems properly running.
Right.
You've got the comm. So I'll be back in a minute.
What?
You've got the comm. I'm turning off my video. I think you can
Okay.
still hear me. They can still hear me in the background. You can still hear me, right?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay. So I'm going to see if I can get my system properly functioning again. Let's see if we can do this. So I will just be a ghostly voice in the background. And hopefully this will
Okay, well, maybe you could just be quiet. Has asked me exactly what question. You guys are dating or on these apps, there should be like a volley of questions going back and forth, just so you know.
Lisa, Bimbo Barbarella has asked
Yeah,
she's asked a trivia question, by the way.
let's see.
What 3 countries do not follow the metric system?
Oh, the United States, the United Kingdom, I'm gonna guess
Nicaragua,
Yeah.
Costa Rica.
Really?
I think it's Nicaragua. I think it's Nicaragua. Is the 3rd. Things seem to be moving in the right direction on my computer. You need to not be quiet, Lisa.
Well,
You have the helm.
corrected me with telling me that there was something going on in chat. So, yeah, it was a rough game. It was definitely a rough game. Easy Street with Jen. That second round was total crap.
The streets flowed with the blood of the non-believers.
What's the second most winning NCAA women's basketball?
I know, right?
Yeah, that was really awful. So
Things are looking good technology-wise right now.
okay, Bimbo Barbarella just keeps saying wrong, 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 wrong.
Liberia. Oh, okay.
Wait. Oh.
So United States, Liberia, and Nicaragua. Those are the 3?
Do what? No, it's got to be the United States. Great, United
Bacon.
Kingdom.
Oh God, bacon. That cracks me up. Fundamentally cracks me up. I love it. He said Nicaragua with a C. Myanmar Republic. Myanmar. Also formerly, what is that, Burma? Formerly Burma is Myanmar?
I can't remember.
It's one of those Southeast Asian countries.
What was formerly Siam? Is that Laos?
Laos was Siam. Yeah, I think so. I think that's right.
I don't know. Somebody needs to be like on the Googles helping us out with this.
I'll get there after I'm done getting all my stuff put together over here. But things are moving in the right direction. I see chat.
That's good. That's good.
I'm getting my okay, OBS is back. It looks like I'm not dropping any frames. Let me turn
Yay.
my camera back on. Put my eyeballs back on. I think we're all set. And then whatever was going on in the background and acting and being stupid on my computer is no longer doing that thing. I think.
Well, that's
NCAA.
great off.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the second most NCAA wins. It was the second most NCAA championships for women's basketball.
Oh, sure.
It was the second most championships for women's basketball. So that's what.
Easy Street is done. We can ship and the Old Humble guy over here is responsible for shipping things.
Yes, we can send a box of up to 2 bottles for $10 via the U.S. Postal Service or UPS. That is how we do things. And that is mostly legal. Mostly. And if it's not entirely legal, Lisa can make it work. At least she can make it legal. So the way it works is the distillery cannot ship, but me personally, I can ship whiskey. And what we've done is for our marketing budget, I'll transfer a certain amount of money or a certain amount of bottles over to me for marketing, and that goes for tastings at stores, that goes for samples for liquor stores, tastings at stores, samples for bars, things like that. And I can use those bottles as inventory to then ship and sell around in a person-to-person transaction. And that's how it works. And then I go and reimburse the company when it's one of those circumstances. It's kind of convoluted, and it's not the distillery doing it. Let's put it that way. So that makes it legal. That's how it works. And it does work. So there you go. And I got my chat up on the screen. I can see things. I can see everybody talking. But yeah, it's the price of the bottle plus $10. So whatever it is, whichever it is you want to buy, shoot me an email. We'll work something out. And then there we go. Baylor or Stan? Dustin, I have no idea who has the third most women's NCAA basketball championships. I didn't even know who had the second most championships. It's UConn and then all the other women's basketball teams, right? It's no offense to the lady basketball players. They're amazing athletes. They excel at their sport. They're really good at what they do. I just don't find it interesting, and that's it. I don't even watch the University of Houston women's basketball team. It's not. They're great athletes. They're really good at what they do. Just like I don't find hockey to be interesting, I don't find women's basketball to be interesting either. I barely find men's basketball to be interesting. I really only find men's basketball to be interesting when the teams that I like are winning. That's really it. And they're playing an interesting style of basketball because when was it? It wasn't the late 90s, it was the early 2000s when the Rockets were doing well. I did not find that brand of Rockets basketball to be particularly interesting. It was slow and plodding and it was just direct. I mean, I loved watching Akeem play. The Rockets in the early 90s were just early and mid 90s were just an amazing poetry on the court. It was so much fun to watch. It was light and it was fast and it was exciting. And then the NBA in general turned into this just defensive slog, and it was hard to watch. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you, Lisa? I know basketball's a sport.
Looking at fall. Are you talking about the James Harden?
Well, it's kind of the
there was like
The Yao Ming version of the Rockets was not really fun to watch because Yao Ming was a really big. He wasn't a dynamic big man. He was just kind of a. He was just kind of a. I don't know. He wasn't a dynamic, exciting big man to watch. He was just a big giant, like just brick in the middle of the court. He had these. Uh, he was not. He was a really good player. He just wasn't fun to watch. So anyway, no, and yeah, the James Harden Rockets were they were exhausting because there was no defense. It was just like running and constantly. It was exhausting to watch the James Harden Rockets because it was just 100% offense all the time. They either scored 100 points and won or scored 85 and lost. It was just a dreadful dreck as far as professional basketball goes. But anyway, Dustin says women's basketball is god awful, but UConn and Tennessee are the two top dogs, and I think Baylor and Stanford are the other names. Yeah, I don't. Me personally, I absolutely despise Baylor as a program, as a college, as an entity. I think they should not exist. I would not be upset if the earth opened up and swallowed that entire university into the core of our planet and spit it out as hot magma through a volcano. I, on a fundamental core level in my being, do not like Baylor. And I don't see that changing now that now that the University of Houston is playing Baylor in the Big 12. Not this season, but not in 2023, but in 2024. I look forward to watching Baylor turn back into a dumpster fire on the plains of Texas because they are the absolute worst collection of humanity. So there you go. But tell you what, put a couple of drinks in me, and I'll tell you what I really think.
Drinks in you?
Say that again. What?
Don't you already have a couple of drinks in you?
Rumor has it.
I think we have videographic evidence.
Yeah, there's, entirely possible that might be true. But again, like I said, put a couple more drinks in me, and I'll tell you what I really think about Baylor. See, back in the days of the collapse of the Southwest Conference, Baylor got the nod to go into the Big 12 over the University of Houston because Ann Richards made a couple of phone calls. Baylor they had no business going into the Big 12 and getting the Big 12 money ahead of the University of Houston. The only reason they got into the Big 12 is because the governor of Texas made a phone call. Had the governor of Texas not made a phone call, Baylor would not have been in the Big 12. University of Houston would have been in the Big 12. And going forward from there, the University of Houston would have gotten all that Big 12 money, and Baylor would have been relegated to the CUSA where they should have been the entire time. Fast forward a few years, Baylor's making all the money. They're getting the TV contracts. They poach our fucking coach, Art Briles, that rat bastard Art Briles. They poach him away, and then they act like they were fucking hitting like they weren't born on third base, like they hit a triple and they earned their spot and they earned their largesse and they earned their national attention. They didn't earn shit. They got it handed to them by the governor of fucking Texas. And Baylor, I'm telling you, Baylor has no business being, if it weren't for the fact that they're already in the Big 12, they wouldn't be in the Big 12. It's just the fact that they're there is the only reason why they're there. They have no business being there now or going forward into the future. Fuck Baylor. But I'm looking forward to playing them every year because they suck. I mean, they've gone and built themselves a good program. They are an example of what happens if you get $20 million given to you every single year as a program and don't really care about morality or ethics and have no problem with your football players raping everybody on campus. They're a textbook example of exactly how high you can fly if you have no worries about, the ramifications of your horrible behavior. So there you go. But again, put a couple of drinks in me and I'll tell you what I really think. he says as he drinks the last of his second drink. So what's up, Leaf? Are you there? Can you hear me? See, I'm dropping frames on the audio. There's processing glitches going with the audio. I don't know if they can actually hear you. I can barely hear you. Yeah. See if there's nothing open that I can close. There's nothing open that I can close.
The hubby's
All right. This is frustrating. I don't know how to solve this problem, Lisa. I don't know how to solve this problem. I am dropping frames for processing, but I don't know how to solve the problem. What is that? All right. I'm trying to close as many windows. I don't have any windows open that don't need to be open. All right. Bimbo says, "Cool. I'll pay to see the Earth spit some people out from its core." Hey, there's no program better than Baylor for the swallowing up by the core and spitting it. They're a private college in Waco, Texas. It's a private college, Waco, Texas. They make their students sign a morality clause at the beginning of their first semester at school. You're not allowed to, if you get pregnant as a student and you are not married, you will get kicked out of Baylor's Baptist program. God's honest truth. It's like Footloose. They banned dancing on campus for several years. It is ridiculous.
In 1996, they lifted that ban.
Like I said, Baylor's been around since the 1800s. You could not dance at Baylor for 2 centuries. It's insane. In 1985, they lifted that ban. There you go. They lifted the ban. And you couldn't dance, but it's still true. If you get pregnant out of wedlock while a student at Baylor, they have the authority to kick you out because you sign a morality clause that includes no premarital sex when you go to school at Baylor. So there you go. But the guide won't. It's only for women, not for men, because they can't really prove. They can't really prove that you, the guy, had sex. You could just say, "That's not my kid. I didn't have any sex." They can't prove that you, the guy, had sex. The woman is the only one that actually bears proof of having sex if they get pregnant. So there you go. Any hoodle. Yeah, Lisa's audio spotty, and that's my computer's fault. I don't know why my computer is dropping frames. It's specifically audio frames, and you can see my video is kind of processing choppy, but her audio frames are dropping in and out, and it's been doing that in the past, but it like stops doing it. And I don't know why it's doing it. I can't close any more windows. I don't know how to make it go away. I wonder if I did this. Hang on, let me look and see. If I do this, hold on, I'm going to try something real quick. Did that? Okay, that might work. Did it? Lisa?
What?
All right, that might have actually worked. I may have solved that problem for now.
What'd you do?
Instead of having the chat window open, I minimized the chat window, but I wasn't sure if I could do that and actually keep the chat window up here next to us. Where's it at? There.
On the screen?
Yeah. But the chat window is up next to us, but the chat window on my computer is minimized. So I'm looking at both of my screens to make sure everything's moving optimally. I can see all my knobs and dials over here on this one. Everything looks like it's moving in the right direction. So fingers crossed, it's going to work out okay.
Well, Bimbo Barbarella is saying goodnight. Oh, no.
Good night, Bimbo Barbarella.
No. I'm sorry. It's Miss Hopkins.
Miss Hopkins, good night. Thank you for joining
Bimbo
us.
Barbarella is saying.
Thank you for joining. It's Mrs. Hopkins, not Miss Hopkins.
I'm sorry.
It is Mrs.
Hopkins
Hopkins.
is saying goodnight. She has to go rub the hubby's sciatica.
Yes, that's not at all weird. Especially since she's by the pool in her floppy straw hat and bottomless mimosas that keep being brought to her by Cabana Boys.
Yeah, she lives a fabulous life in your head.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I have entire scenarios for most of these people that come up and chat. Bacon, I've actually interacted with him on his show. Barbarella, I've interacted with her on her show. Lazy Nate, I've talked to like on the phone, if I'm not mistaken. I've actually talked to him voice to voice, mouth to mouth, voice to voice on the phone. So like they're no longer imaginary creatures in my brain. But like all the others,
yeah, I just had this vision of you and Nate like kissing.
just talking mouth to mouth.
Remember to guard your privacy. Cat.
You got a reminder from your cat?
Lisa.
Your cat sounds like Siri.
Like, okay, it does, right? So Harry sat on the I have a second laptop open to follow chat. And now it's like reading things on the YouTube website to me. I don't know how to
That's
stop
awesome.
it.
And I guess I should be clear that I know people who graduated from Baylor and they're good people. They're decent people. They're fine, upstanding people. I went to high school with some people that I know that graduated from Baylor. They're fine folks. It's just the school is a pile of flaming shit. And these people would be good people if they went, well, I don't know if they went to Texas Tech, but if they went to other schools, they would still be fine people. They would be good people. They would be decent people to know. But like Baylor didn't turn them into bad people. They were just good people that went to a bad place and came out, and they're still decent people. So that's all I'm saying. This is just Baylor as an institution could get hit with a meteorite, and everybody would be better off for it. Assuming the people at Baylor like survive, like the institution could just get walloped with an asteroid and knocked off the entire planet. Just the institution, mind you, just like the buildings and like the existing institution. But like the world would be a better place. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
And Star.
Yeah, I'm not saying that the people are bad.
And Art Briles.
Except Art Briles, but Art Briles wasn't Baylor. Art Briles was independent of Baylor, but because he's a rat bastard, he naturally just gravitated towards that place. And Ken Starr is a rat bastard, and I think he became a rat bastard because of his involvement there. But he was also a rat bastard before Baylor, so you know.
Yeah, but Art Briles, I think, didn't he have knowledge of what was going on?
Oh yeah, he was full. He is Baylor's Jim Jordan. He knew everything that was going on, and
swallow him whole.
Yeah, he turned his back and he was like, as long as y'all are winning, I'm cool. Whatever. Just, do all your rapes, just make sure you win. And that was, God, But, again, they didn't become bad because of all the rapes. They did all the rapes because they were bad. It's just as an institution, it was just bad. They were like, oh, well, our football team's winning. Is the rapes making them win? Can we give them more things to rape? How about lampposts? Will lampposts work? They're like, no. They need, like, females. Like, oh, shit. You mean like humans? They're like, well, they're women. And then they had to go through the whole explanation that, yeah, even though they're women, they're actually humans too, because the people at Baylor don't understand that. And they had to, like, get that ingrained in there. They're terrible people is what I'm telling you. The whole institution is just rotten to the core. But, again, the people that go there, they're fine people that can go through that institution. They go into the institution, they're fine people. They come out of the institution, they're still fine people. They're fine folks. I mean, Don't get me wrong. It's just the institution that is just corrupt and rotten all the way down to the core. Ugh. And all the terrible things that come out of Baylor is just a function of its terribleness. But anyway, I digress.
So, time out.
But I want to make that distinction that like Baylor grads, they're not terrible people necessarily just because they went to Baylor. They might be terrible people, but those two things are independent of each other.
So, time out on Baylor. The Bo Barbarella Music Program is asking you to join her on Saturday for her Beatles show.
What time Saturday? Bimbo. I have to put it in my calendar. Over here. What time Saturday, Bimbo? For the Beatles program. That's June. My calendar was set to June. What time? What time? Bimbo Barbarella. What time on Saturday? Look at my phone. He's a close to. Join me, Mr. Whiskey, on Saturday for my Beatles music show. I gotta know what time. I'm down for it. I have a prior obligation on Saturday. Lisa, you have an obligation on Saturday as well, from 5 to 8 p.m., don't you?
5 to 8. I will be at the store in the Woodlands on Kirkendall.
And if you know how to say it and you know how to spell it, then you get honorary temporary residency in the city of Houston.
Indeed.
Do you have cups and a pour spout?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And if I don't, I can always buy them there.
Yeah, that's true. I have some here though.
I have them.
If you want to save a nickel, you can always come by.
Thanks, but I don't think that will be saving a nickel considering the price of gas right now.
Well, I mean, you can swing by the house on the way to the Woodlands. It's not anyway, but no, yeah, I get it.
Not really on the way to the Woodlands.
Yeah, I mean, you have to go down. You have to come up 59 and then over 40 Beltway 8 and the rest of the way up. Yeah, it's not that far out of the way. But fair enough. You got the shit you need. You're good. That's fine. Not a problem. I see my little brother's in town. And my little brother's in town from Georgia. So we are actually going to go to an Astros game. And it's the first Astros game that I'm going to get a chance to go to since 2019. I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited.
You're not taking me? I am sad.
Well, I had to have somebody cover the store in the Woodlands.
Damn it.
But
so anyway, I'll be at the store in the Woodlands.
20 bottles to sell.
Very
She's got to sell 20 bottles. So if you're in the Houston area, help her out and go buy 3. That will help her. If all of you in the Houston area buy 3, that will give her a head start. And not to put any pressure on you, but I've sold out every single store I've been to except one. So
20 bottles.
Yeah, I've sold out. Let's see here. Not that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tomorrow's a Tascasita. I'll sell out a Tascasita too. So that'll be 6. 6 of the stores that I've been to have sold out. Only one that I didn't. But I came close.
Bottles.
Yes, ma'am.
Has the stores that you've been at, what's the one that had the most amount of bottles?
The one that had the most was, that's a good question. Let me look it up. I think 22 was the high number.
Did you sell out that store?
I did. Let me look and see which store it was that I've been to. Store 6. The Jones Road store was Saturday. That had 22.
Bottles?
22 bottles. I sold them out.
On a Saturday?
Jones Road, yeah.
Okay.
No, wait. Store 6. That was the Bay Area Boulevard store. That was Friday. That was a Friday night. Store 19. No, that wasn't a good one. That was the one. Tomorrow is a Tascasita. It's 2 to 5 and it has 30 bottles. But it's our backyard. I expect I'll sell that one out.
But from 2 to 5?
Yeah, middle of the afternoon.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, it is, but it's the only time I could get for that particular. So here's how it works for those of you in the audience. I put in a request for dates and times, and I send it into Specs. Specs being the largest liquor chain in the state of Texas. Send them in like around the 15th of the month, right around now. Is normally when I would send them in. I'm not sending any in for next month because I expect we'll be mostly sold out by the end of this month. And next month we're focusing on Total Wines. I've got 13 locations in Total Wines, which is let's see here, it's the second largest by volume, but I think it's like the fourth largest by number of stores in the state of Texas. It's the largest chain, I think, in the country. Although Walmart is working on getting into the Texas market by using a legal loophole.
Huh.
Anyway, um, I'll get to that in a second. But I send in the request, and at the end of the month, they book everything and they send me back a list of dates that we've confirmed and dates that we can't do because there's a conflict in times. And they say these are the times that are available at that store on that day. So they send me back my list for July, and they say everything's fine except for the one store that's literally 8 miles away from your distillery. You can't do it at 5 o'clock on a Friday, but you can do it at 2 o'clock on the Friday. And I'm like, yeah, fuck it, why not? I'll do it at 2 o'clock. Me being the owner, you get a bottle signed by the guy that makes the whiskey and all that stuff. That is kind of a bonus. My hit rate is the models. Lisa, you've met the models, the tasters, the people that go into the stores, the hot pants and sports bras that are there, the other barrels at the stores when you go in and do the tastings. Their hit rate is usually around 10%. Of all the people that come into the store, they'll sell 10%. My hit rate is closer to 30 to 50%. Like
Okay.
today when I was at the Galleria store, there were only 5 bottles in the store. I sold them all in like an hour. But I think I had 30 people take samples and I sold 5 bottles out of the 30, which is 15%. So no, that's not right.
20.
I had 16, 24. I had 24 samples that I gave and I sold 5 bottles. So it was 25% hit rate. So close to 30, not quite 30. I can usually I usually need like 4 people to come in and I'll sell 1 or 2 bottles almost every time. The sports bras do a little bit less, closer to
What?
10%. And you're somewhere in between, like 20% ish, give or take. Do you keep track of that? Do you know?
I haven't done it in a while,
True. But
so I don't remember.
if memory
But,
serves, you were at the Atascocita store and you sold like 3 cases. You knocked it out.
well, no, I haven't been to Atascocita. I've been to Humble.
Okay.
So,
The Humble store you speak of is the Atascocita store.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because they do have a store in Humble, but we're not at that store. Ironically enough, we're not at the store in Humble. We're at the store in Atascocita.
that's crazy.
It's weird.
Okay.
Specs is weird like that, but I'm working on them. I'm working on that. I'm working on a lot of things, which is I was complaining about this last night. Like it just exhausts me doing the stand up stuff in the heat and filling the bottles and doing all the labor stuff. That's easy, but when you're sitting here like working on the numbers and working on the forms and working on filling out stuff and filling out forms and mailing people and calling back and forth, that's just a pain in the ass.
No, I have some time on my hands.
Well, but see, that's just the thing. It's just stuff that needs to be done. It's like it's ticky tacky stuff. Like for example, here's the example that I was complaining about yesterday. I spent the distributor that I've got in the state that I'm working on is there's uh, a form that I have to fill out, a license that I have to have as an out of state shipper in order to get set up. So I'm like, okay, no problem. I got to get this form. And I ask him like, what do I need to do to make sure this whiskey's available? If you just need to have this form, you have to be in compliance. I'm like, okay, no problem. So I go to the state's website. I look for this particular form. I'm looking for this particular form. I'm looking for this particular form, this particular license, all this stuff that and I can't find it. I spend an hour looking for this fucking license. I can't find it. So I contact back to the distributor. I'm like, where's this thing at? Or do I need to have this done now? Like, no, I'm sorry. I contact the state licensor. And I'm like, where's this form at? I need to get this form. I can't find it anywhere. They go, oh, well, here's the link. It's actually the license is a Type 28 license, but the form is called Form 141. Like, why the fuck? Why don't you just say it's a why I have to do a Form 141 instead of a license 28? That's stupid. So okay, fine. I go to the link.
Yeah, that's stuff that you need to contact me about.
So anyway, I get the form, I download the form, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go. They've got two things on the form that are related to the shipper. So I contact the shipping agency again, the distributor. I'm like, okay, there's item number 2 and item number 5. What do I need to put for those? I assume it's your address, your warehouse's address, your information, your phone number. What is that I need to, like, specifically, what is it that I need to do? And then they contact me back and they go, oh, just use this one that's already filled out. Like, you fucking assholes had this form this whole time, and I've spent like 3 hours dealing with this shit, and you had the form the whole fucking time, and from the beginning you just said go to the state's website and take care, when you could have just emailed me the form the first time I contacted you? What is wrong with you people? But what I said was thanks.
I'm proud of you, Joe. I'm so proud of you.
But I really wanted to reach the computer and just strangle the fuck out of them because, Jesus, why make it so hard to do simple things? And nowhere in their frequently asked questions or how to get into the net market or how to start or how to contact or nowhere in their how to set up for this market is here's your form already filled out, send it to this address. Nowhere did they bother to do that. That would have been too fucking easy. Just here's a flashlight and a road map, see if you can find your ass. Good luck, bye. Ugh. So anyway, I've got the form already filled out. All I got to do is I have to write a check. I have to write a check and put it in an envelope and put it in the mail like some kind of caveman, fucking Neanderthal shit. Like, we can't accept payments online. Why? I can accept payments online. Why can't you accept payments online? You're a government agency, for God's sake. What is...
Hey, Moose Cow joined us.
Hi, Moose Cow. Cheers. I like Moose Cow. She's fun people. Anyway, so trials and tribulations of the and not to be like too cranky about it, because like, I mean, this is the life I chose, right? I mean, I'd still rather do this than work at a bank, but still, it's just like, why make it so much harder than it has to be? It doesn't have to be that complicated. It doesn't have to be that hard. They could have just like, here's your frequently asked questions. Here's your forms you need to fill out. Do this, send that, check this box. This is the payment. Double check on their website to make sure that's the right amount. Here's the link. But if it wasn't difficult, everybody would do it. And we don't want everybody doing it, right? Right. So that's the stuff that really worries me. Plus talking to people, just in general. People.
I love talking to people.
I do too, in certain doses. People don't get this about me.
Bring on the people.
I am more of an introvert than people give me credit for. I have to get myself into the mind frame to do things like with people coming to the distillery and like crowds of people. I don't mind doing crowd work. I don't mind shaking hands and hobnobbing and having uh, empty conversations with people. I don't mind doing it. I just have to be in the right mind frame and the right energy set to be able to do that. And then when I'm done, I really, really want to just turn off the lights, smoke a cigar, drink a glass of whiskey, and not talk to anybody for a couple of hours. Like on Friday nights, after the Friday nights live are all done, there's a solid hour after you leave that I'm just there chilling out at the distillery, just enjoying the peace and quiet, enjoying the darkness and the space in the woods, and just enjoying that quiet moment. And then I fire up the computer and I go hang out with Bacon on his channel on Friday nights at like 11 o'clock or whenever we get done.
Oh no, I'm like, the night that all my swing dancing friends came,
Uh huh.
3 of us went to dinner down.
I know, right?
I'm like, bring on the people and then the after party. Like,
oh yeah.
Let's go to dinner somewhere. Let's go get ice cream. Let's hang out some more.
And when I'm in that mode, when we're still doing it and the people are still there and I'm still in that headspace and I'm still in that energy mode, yeah, I'm down. I can keep going. I can keep going till 3, 4, 5. I can go till dawn. But then when we're done, man, I need to recharge. I really do. And it takes me the longer I'm in the full energy mode, the longer it takes me to recharge. And people see me and they think that I'm this full extroverted person. Like I love the party and I do when I'm in that headspace and when I'm in that energy mode. Like I can do it. But man, I really, really like when Melissa, when the lovely Mrs. Old Humble and the boys were gone for a week. Uh, man, there were days I didn't turn on like there was nothing. It was so quiet. That whole Monday, they left on Sunday. That Monday's usually the day off that I take during the week. I take Sunday and Monday off because I work Friday through Saturday or Tuesday through Saturday, and I take Sunday and Monday off. And Monday, nobody was here. The lights were off in the house the whole day. I watched a couple of movies all the way through without any interruptions. I didn't say anything. I did not speak words all day Monday. It was like that was like the most I spoke was talking to Wally, like, "Hey, what you doing, buddy? You good? Oh, good doggy." That was it. Walk past the guinea pigs, like, "How are my babies? All doing good? Okay." That was it. I might have spoke 10 words all day. That was glorious. It was absolutely glorious.
I saw your Facebook post of Wally with the guinea pigs.
Yeah,
So
he
cute.
he has fully adopted. So my dog, the distillery dog Wally, who shows up on my videos every once in a while.
He's a German Shepherd mix.
Yeah, he's a mutt.
He's a very good boy.
He is a very good boy. He's one of the goodest of boys. He's a very, very good watchdog, a very, very bad guard dog. But we have 2 guinea pigs, and he has fully adopted these guinea pigs as his own. He harasses my lovely wife, the Mrs. Old Humble guy, when it is time for them to get fed. He goes and he pokes at her, and he, like with his paw, he will poke at her. He'll snot on her legs, sniff on her, and snot until she gets up to go feed the guinea pigs. It's usually around 8 o'clock when it's their dinner time. When they have figured out how to open up their cage, so when they get out and go running around and doing their little laps around their cage, he gets beside himself and he will come and let us know that they're out of the cage. He also has figured out how to let them out of the cage. So when he thinks they need to exercise, he'll go and hit the latch on their cage and open up the cage. He very aggressively defended them from the cat the other day. Oliver, our cat, who is not a distillery cat, he is a absolutely useless animal. he was
I
stalking.
love him.
Yeah, he's adorable, but he is useless. But he came around the corner and he was stalking the guinea pigs, and Wally, the distillery dog, got up off the couch and very aggressively ran over to Oliver and growled at him and chased Oliver off because because he protects his babies, and it is absolutely hilarious. Anyway, all of that prelude is leading up to the other day. He was laying on the ground. I let the guineas out and put them in his lap, and they literally just came up and snuggled up against him while he was laying down on the floor. And it was cute. It was adorable. And they adore him, and he adores them, and it's very funny, and it's going to be very tragic when he finally eats one, which is almost certainly going to happen at some point in the future. Because he's a dog. I mean, you ask a dog to not eat the rodent, he's going to, eventually his instincts are going to take over, and he's going to accidentally eat one. I've come to terms with that. Almost certainly going to happen. Why wouldn't it? Right? Right. 8 p.m. Saturday. Thank you, Barbarella. 8 p.m. Saturday. Gotcha. I should be free by 8 p.m. Saturday. I think so. So I will come and join you at 8 p.m. on Saturday, July 16th. 8 p.m. Bimbo Barbarella music program. We're doing the Beatles. The Beatles. Have it on my calendar right there. Did I freeze? There it is. On my calendar right there.
Barbarella had wore pants when your wife and kids were
Hang on one second. What was that? One more time, Lisa. What was that?
Bimbo Barbarella asked whether you wore pants while your wife and kids were gone for a week.
A mixture of sweatpants, kilts, and actual pants. Yes.
Hey.
I have 3 kilts that I will cycle in between, but one of them is a wool kilt and very hot in the summertime, and I will not wear it in the summer. So I cycled between my 2 denim kilts. I have a brown one and a black one, and they're Utila kilts. They have big pockets that are large enough to hold an entire bottle of whiskey, and sweatpants and actual jeans that I would wear all week long. But I did a lot of work I think I did a live stream at the distillery that week. I can't remember. I might have. In fact, I'm fairly certain I did a live stream at the distillery that week. But anyway, yeah. So there you go. That was my week. And so there you go. They're in cahoots with the robots. What?
I don't know. But Bimbo Barbarella does not like robots.
Ting Ting's in the house. Yes, Ting Ting, I do. I am a big fan of wearing kilts, especially in the summer, because they come with their own air conditioning. So that's the best thing about them. They're non-bifurcated, so they come with their own air conditioning, and you can just do what needs to be done. Although, never mind.
I don't want to know.
Yeah, you don't want to know.
No, I don't.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, you don't want to. Turn that back on. Oh, goodness gracious, Lisa. Is there anything you need for you don't need anything for Saturday. You're good to go, right?
Right. I have cups. Give me a bottle the next time I see you.
Yep.
So.
Bimbo Bimbo says it's very interesting with all the bullshit that I have to deal with. It's not. I mean, they. It's a very specific industry that I work in, and the industry that I work in, being very specific, is not like it's a very well regulated industry. It's a very specific industry, and it's not like I'm just opening up a store kiosk to sell pretzels or root beer or whatever. So there's a lot of forms and a lot of like legal jibber jabber and notifications and crap that has to be done. It's like I've got to get a shipping agreement set up with FedEx so that I can actually ship the stuff from my warehouse to another warehouse because FedEx will ship the hazardous materials because that's what alcohol is. Say that again, Lisa. What?
You wouldn't have so much.
Well, see, it's just the thing. I don't know what to pass off because I don't even know what the fuck it is when I'm coming at it. Like, there's a list of things to do. Okay, well, what's this thing? Like, check off number 1 on the list. What is it? Okay, I gotta. Once I get the shipping agreement set up with FedEx, I never have to get it set up again. It's just a matter of getting some documents that I have in my hard drive and send it off to those people. That's it. Every time I open up chat, you go and your audio gets digitized. So I can see chat, but I can't hear you. But now I can hear you because I just closed chat. So irritating.
Well, maybe you should just keep chat closed.
I have closed it. I have gone and closed it.
I will keep you updated on chat.
Well, that is everything that I possibly could ask for. Everything that I could ever want is being updated with chat.
I'm here to help, Joe. I am here to help.
There was a point where I was looking at like some stuff, like it was sometime last year, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't like hold chat in such contempt. But it's not like I was. That's not like what I was doing. It was just like chat was going on. There wasn't a whole lot of activity last summer in chat. You know what I mean? Because nobody was watching my shows anyway, which is why I embarked on the quest for 100,000 views project. Like nobody was watching the shows, and people that were watching the shows were just like not really that involved. So it kind of like I can do whatever the fuck I want. Nobody cares. Nobody's watching the show. And then I was like, maybe I shouldn't hold my audience in like such contempt because like maybe then I'll get more of an audience. And it's worked. I have twos and twos of adoring fans who engage in chat and participate with us in our shows. And I love having twos and twos of people celebrate with me. I feel like the University of Tennessee playing women's basketball. And twos of people cheering me on.
That's so wrong, Joe.
I mean, it's not right, but it's also not wrong. So
it's wrong.
No, not really.
Yeah.
Okay, 3s and 3s. By the way, I ran into some technical difficulties with our July 4th extravaganza and 600 subscriber special. I was editing the video, starting to edit the video Monday. Of starting the editing process, but it turns out my old JVC camera that we recorded the wide shots with records the videos in a format that is not compatible with my editing software. So I've got to convert that video. Such a pain in the ass. I've got to re-record that video in a format that I can use in my editing software so that I can splice the clips together and make a show out of it. Isn't that awesome? I'm so happy.
Good times.
Yeah, I'm so happy that is a thing that I have to do. If I'm going to do that show, I might not do the show. But I did find, I am doing the 100,000 views, quest for 100,000 views update episode, which will be coming out in the next couple of weeks. And I do have 2 more programs. The Old Humble Distilling Company's whiskeys are the official whiskeys of bonfires, campfires, cookouts, and good times. You've heard this. You've heard me say this before, correct?
I've heard this.
Yes. So I found a video on the YouTubes of the 10 best camping inventions that will surprise you. And I watched this video and I was looking at going, this video deserves a reaction video. So the Old Humble Distilling Company is going to do a reaction video in the next couple of weeks. And then I found a part 2 of this video. I was like, holy shit. I'm going to save that video and do a live reaction, like just a first time watching it, because the first video was full of some things that were dumb. Like, these are camping inventions. These were camping inventions for people who don't know what camping is like. Like,
I don't know what camping is like.
Yeah.
I mean, you know that my idea of roughing it is a hotel without room service.
right, like a Motel 6. Yeah, that's roughing it for you. I get that.
And like my idea of being outdoorsy is drinking margaritas on a patio.
Right. 15 feet away from the air conditioning, exactly. Let's see, here's the thing. Y'all are going to see this.
Heater if it's winter.
So I've been doing a lot of shorts that have been kind of reactions to like cooking videos and like stuff. Like there's a guy who has an entire channel dedicated to how to cook testicles. There's not enough. There's not enough.
Human testicles, right?
No, like cow testicles, not human testicles. I mean, now that you mention it, I assume it's cow testicles or goat testicles. Anyway, there's not enough whiskey in the world to get me to eat testicle sushi. There's not enough in the universe. And there's a lot of alcohol in the universe. There's not enough to get me to eat testicle sushi. And that was one of their... So anyway, a lot of my shorts are those reaction videos and just stupid nonsense. They're fun. They get views. They get subscribers. I appreciate all that. But it's full on stupid nonsense. But then I started thinking, what if I did that for like other videos? Like, like related to the theme of what we do as a whiskey, outdoorsy type of fun, barn dance, bonfire, travel-y type of stuff that we do that like is the theme, the idea of my like personality, right? And that's when I found this video. I'm like, hey, this is a really good idea. Like two things, just like two great tastes that just taste great together. Like, peanut butter and salmon.
What?
Huh?
What?
You never had peanut butter and salmon?
No.
That was a Saturday Night Live sketch.
Okay.
Yeah. It was based on the commercial, the Reese's peanut butter cup commercial where they're walking. The guy's walking with a thing of peanut butter and the other guy's walking with a thing of chocolate, and they run into each other, and you got your chocolate and my peanut butter. You got your peanut butter all over my chocolate, and they break it apart and they eat it like, oh, two great tastes that taste great together. Chocolate, peanut butter. Reese's peanut butter cups. Try it. Anyway, Saturday Night Live does the parody commercial of salmon and peanut butter. They run into each other. Like the guy's walking with a fish, the other guy's walking with a thing of peanut butter. They run into each other. The salmon goes in the peanut butter. And I go, you got your salmon in my peanut. You got your peanut butter on my salmon. And it's, it's the dumbest thing. It's like a late 70s, early 80s SNL sketch. And it's,
sheltered. So, have you been to Hubcap Grill in the Heights?
Hubcap Grill in the Heights. No, I have not.
There used to be one downtown, and there's one in Pearland now.
I remember the one in downtown, like right off of Main Street. But I think it's a flying saucer now.
Yeah, it closed.
Yeah.
But there's still one in the Heights. Anyway, they have this burger with peanut butter on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a regular burger with peanut butter. And then they have this burger with peanut butter and grilled bananas. And you wouldn't think that would work with like American cheese and a beef patty and whatnot. But oh my gosh, it is good.
Oh wow.
So I'm not saying that peanut butter and salmon would work, but the peanut butter on a cheeseburger, that works.
You see, I really like salmon. It's really good. I really like salmon.
I do too.
It's real. I like it raw in sushi. I like it cooked. I like it baked. I like it. I love salmon. I absolutely love salmon. I don't think I would like salmon with peanut butter. Oh, I forgot to tell you. My lovely wife made a delicious Brussels sprout dish today. It was penne pasta with a cheese sauce and chicken and shrimp.
And
No,
anything
it
else in there?
it had no Brussels sprouts in it at all, and that's what made it such a delicious Brussels sprouts dish. It had none in there. It was a fantastic dish.
So getting back to the salmon.
So anyway, the salmon is just I'm a big fan. I love salmon. I'm a big fan of what they do.
So do we need to do like a salmon and peanut butter tasting episode? Like get some creamy Jif and smoked salmon?
For one, you need to do Peter Pan, not Jif. I don't know.
Oh no!
What the fuck kind of bougie
No.
douchebag you think you are? But Peter Pan is the only
Jif
proper
is
kind of
far
peanut butter.
Superior.
I don't know.
Superior.
I don't know if we can be friends. There was that period in time where Peter Pan got pulled off the shelves here in Houston, and we had to eat Jif, and it was just like, I guess if I have to. I mean, salmonella is not that bad, right? And it's not like every jar had salmonella. It's just like some of them, right? We can still like have the good kind of peanut butter.
Okay, Jif is far superior.
Yeah. Anyway, Jif is just slightly better than Crunchy. Ugh.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
And Crunchy is seriously Crunchy peanut butter. Like if you're just gonna have unfinished food, just don't even do it. Just stop. I mean, why? Why does crunchy peanut butter exist? Crunchy peanut butter is peanut butter made by lazy employees. Like they just got halfway into the process and they're like, fuck it, I'm going on lunch break. And then they just never came back. And then the factory is like, whoa, put it in the jar. Anyway, but yeah, I'd be down for a salmon episode. That'd be cool. I would totally eat some salmon. You and the lovely missus can totally make me some salmon dishes and feed me some salmon. I'm in. Let's go. I'm seeing the Barbarella, the number 10 on the list of stuff inventions for camping is a pointy stick for you to dig a hole for your potty, a pointy stick to throw at the squirrel or chipmunk, a pointy stick to poke out the eye of the guy trying to steal your still cooking chipmunk.
A pointy stick to get your obnoxious kid out of the tree.
That's exactly what you need. So I'll give a little insight. The first thing on this list of camping inventions that you would love that surprised you was a fig camper. Fig camper is a fig-shaped camping pod that you hang on a tree, so it's up off the ground, like 5 feet up off the ground, or not, maybe not 5 feet, like 3 feet up off the ground, so you can climb up into it. But it's shaped like a fig. It's like 5 feet across, and it's shaped like a fig, which is why it's called a fig camper. And you just kind of climb into the fig tent that's hanging off of a very sturdy tree. And I'm looking at this thing like, Nobody's gonna pack a fucking fig camper. It looks like a testicle for one thing. It looks like a nutsack, which because figs look like nutsacks, and it's hanging off of the tree, and it's this giant thing. And nobody's gonna pack that into a campsite. You know, like you got that thing on your backpack. It's the size of a human. It's 6 feet long and 5 feet across, and you know it hangs off the tree with a sturdy chain. And you're gonna pack that into your campsite, and you got to find a sturdy tree to put that. Like no, nobody in their right mind is gonna spend six or $2,000 for one of these fucking figs to hike into a campsite with. It was like the dumbest thing. Like who's gonna do this? This is stupid. And there were at least three or four other things like that. They were just completely impractical for actually camping. But then there were three other ones that were like, oh, that one might actually be useful. And then you go and look it up on Amazon. It's like $600. One of them was uh, a fire charger, and what it was a little cube, a fire cube. It was a cube, and you lit the fire in the cube to like make heat and cook. You could cook food or coffee on your little charger thing, but it had this thing that popped out, and the heat would run fans, and the fans ran little electric turbine things that you could use to charge your phone. Cool idea, right? Like I can make coffee, I can light a little fire, make some coffee, and charge my phone at the same time, right?
Okay.
Except it was $175 on Prime Day because it was 60% off. And solar panels are cheaper, and it's even better to not have your phone when you're going out camping. So it's like there was like no practical reason to have this thing. It was the dumbest, most expensive, most useless gadget that you could literally replace with three different things for a fifth of the cost of what they're charging you to do this. It was, and this is, you know, another one was uh, a shelter that all you needed to build this shelter, to assemble this shelter in the woods, was a Phillips head screwdriver.
I'm gonna let you rant for a little while. I need to go to the bathroom.
So there was this shelter, and you could it was like made with plastic.
Perhaps have a third cocktail tonight.
Yeah, go ahead, have another cocktail.
And they're 2 ounces of
Lisa's had a very tough day. She deserves several cocktails. Go pee, hurry up! Quit interrupting my rant. Anyway, this other thing, it was a shelter. It was like it was like a little cabin that you could build in the woods. You could like bring it into the woods, build it. It was nice plastic. It was insulated. It was cozy. All you needed was a Phillips screwdriver, and you could pull the panels off and put the panels up. It came on a full-on 5 foot by 5 foot by 5 foot, 5 foot by 5 foot by 5 foot pallet on wheels. So you'd have literally had to have this thing on a trailer attached to your car, and then figured out a way to pull this off of the trailer, off of the pavement, over the dirt and grass and sticks, down the trail, into the woods, like up the hill, through the grass, through the swarms of bees and snakes, and uphill in the snow to get it to where you wanted to put it, and then disassemble the panels from the pallet and reassemble them with your Phillips head screwdriver. Like, who the fuck is going to do all this? You can literally get a tent for $125 and a bedroll and a nice bed warmer, and you're set. You don't have to have all this crap. Oh my God. But, you know, innovations that you would totally love. So yeah, that video is coming soon. I'm going to have that coming. These people invent these ridiculous things for people who go camping to use. Now, if you were going to a resort, if you had a campsite, like not a KOA, but like an off-brand KOA, if you had a campsite and people were coming to it, and you had these tents set up, these shelters, these yurts, whatever the hell you want to call them, that would be fantastic. Pay $2,500, $3,000 to have one of these. You know, hell, buy 6 of them, And then you've got your little 6 camp out shelters, and you have people come in, they stay at them, and it's perfect. They're sturdy, they're strong, they don't move, they're already assembled. You just show up, you drop your crap, and you're in. It's a nice sized room, a good solid 200 or so square feet inside that thing. It'd be great, but yeah, nobody's dragging that thing off the back of their truck to get in there. It's insane. A bear would eat you. Yeah, yeah. You're setting up one of these things, no doubt. Um, but one of the innovations, one of the inventions, whatever it was like a legit Coleman tent that folded into like a circle that was maybe this big around. It was like a 3 foot, and it literally, you pulled it out of the bag and you popped it up, and it sprang into its position, and then you just staked it down. That was probably the only like legitimately good thing in that video. But needless to say, I've watched it, I've given it some thought, and I think it's time that the Old Humble Distilling Company does proper reaction videos. And we're gonna have a cocktail and we're gonna watch video and see what we think about it. And um, the challenge with doing a proper reaction video with a drink is that I don't do things in one take. It usually takes me 2 or 3 or 4 takes to do things. Even the shorts that y'all see is like 2 or 3 takes. So if you see me take a drink in a short, guarantee that's the 3rd drink that I've had. Guarantee it. So yeah, just keep that in mind when you see the shorts. When there are many people out consuming my shorts and they enjoy them. Um, so when you see those shorts, you know that I've had that short that you're seeing is probably the 3rd, sometimes 4th attempt at making that particular video. Although the one that I did where I pulled the card out from between the bottles and drained the top bottle into the bottom bottle, I'm going to do another one of those. And I might do it with the actual whiskey. But I was thinking about doing it with 2 bottles, 2 cards at the same time, and going yoink, and pulling the 2 cards out at the same time. That would be something. That would be something. Wait, I think my chat is jammed. Hang on a second. Barbarella has a serious... Yeah, chat is jammed again. Look at that. Chat has not moved since... all right, are we back? We got it fixed? Looks like it's fixed now. Okay. Yeah, chat had not moved since I have a serious dislike of robots. And now it's updating. There it is. See, pointy sticks, pointy sticks. Everything's updating. Safari. Maybe I'm gonna have to just get off of Safari and go to this is Chrome, not Safari. I've been saying Safari all day. This is Chrome. Maybe I need to get off of Chrome and onto another web browser. What are they called? Web search engine. Is that it? No, not search engine. That's like Google. What is it? What's it called? Web. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's a web browser. Maybe I need to get off of Chrome and onto another service because Chrome is shit. I am unhappy with Chrome at this point. And Lisa's probably going to try and say things, but I'm not going to be able to understand her because Chrome is open and it's going to be all digitized. Because Chrome is a pile of shit for some reason. I don't know why it's become a pile of shit, but it is a pile of shit right now. And it looks like it just crashed. There it is. Back.
Whoa.
All right. We get it fixed. So yeah, I noticed that chat had jammed. Lisa, welcome back. Yep, there it is. All right. Let's get this caught up so that my chat screen will be up to date. So what have we learned tonight? We've learned that Baylor is the devil. We've learned that camping is easy. Much easier when you don't spend $6,000 on a bunch of shit that you don't need. Lisa's trying to talk because Chrome is terrible. All right. I just closed the screen. Are you there? Nope, not yet. You're not there yet. Are you there now? Okay. I think you're out of the digitized wilderness. Are you there? You're there. You're out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here. So I made an old fashioned instead of a whiskey sour, and I brought cake that I made. This
Nice.
is Starlight Yellow Cake with brown buttercream icing.
Very nice. All right.
Yeah.
Hold that thought for one more second. I'm going to try to get chat updated and corrected. Because we're back on pointy sticks. And I'm trying to get the chat updated. You know what? We're just going to go and do this. We're going to put us here, and I'm going to work on chat in the background. There we go. Best burger I ever had was one night. Okay, well, I think we're catching it up. Peter Pan for sure. Okay, Bimbo Barbarella votes Peter Pan. Lisa, can you say anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I made a cake, and
Well, it works when it's not on the screen.
I don't
All right.
understand.
So when chat's not on the screen, you're not all digitized. The chat window's open. I can't. I can't even. I cannot even. Me and Tay are all like, we can't even just. I just can't. Okay. But chat's caught up. Technologically speaking, we're fixed, I think. I'm just going to close this window here, let the screen continue to operate. All right, Lisa. Sorry, I was. So the Starlight Cake, you made it. I saw the pictures. You made that from scratch. It looks delicious.
Thanks. It is delicious. But funny story, which
Yeah.
I think you already know. I decorated the cake. I had like orange sprinkles in the middle and a ring of pink sprinkles outside of that, and then I had purple sprinkles outside of that.
Okay.
It turned out that the pink sprinkles were not sugar.
They were
They were salt.
salt?
They were
Yeesh.
salt.
Yeesh.
But kind of worked because the icing is super, super rich because I browned the butter before I made it. But still, yeah. I don't know how this happened. Like I had a bag that had the orange sprinkles and the pink sprinkles, and I tasted the orange sprinkles before I put them on the cake to make sure they weren't orange flavored. And I didn't taste the pink sprinkles before I sprinkled them.
So was it a particular flavored salt? Or was it just like the
it was just salt?
salt flavored salt?
Yeah, that was just a very.
Did you make the buttercream?
I did.
That's what Jen asks.
Oh yeah.
Lisa is quite the confectionery wizard. She does lots of cakes and pies, and she's very good at that.
I've taken cheesecake and homemade caramel sauce with whiskey in it to your house.
Yes, you have. And we ate the shit out of that. It was good. Ow. Speaking of which, I have a pie in the refrigerator. A mixed berry pie.
You have a what pie?
I have a mixed berry pie.
Where'd you get a mixed berry pie from?
We got it from Aldi or HEB. I'm not sure which store. Carl picked it up and he brought it to us. It was
probably from Aldi then.
It is really yummy. And I'm going to eat the crap out of that pie.
So last week,
Yum.
I made dinner for my friend and my tenant, who has since moved out. She had to go to San Francisco for her next internship. But my friend brought a Bayou Goo pie from House of Pies.
Yes.
And then she refused to take any of it home.
Oh, my.
Yeah. So I had to eat
Had to.
Yeah, like 3/4 of a pie by myself. Yeah, I really need to get back on the Peloton.
You had to fall on that grenade to save the entire squad, didn't you?
Pretty much, yeah.
So I'm watching live chat over here on the right side. And again, the chat is jammed on the actual screen where it broadcasts out. And I'm going to try to update it again, see if that works. I can't. I just can't. The chat is it's just hot garbage. I'm sorry, guys. It's hot garbage tonight, but I do, like I said, I appreciate the interaction. I appreciate y'all participating. I appreciate y'all. I'm seeing it on my phone, and it looks like it just updated a huckleberry pie. Yeah, there. So it just updated again on the screen. So there we go. She wants to send. So I'm going to minimize that again. What happens is when I have the chat screen opened up, we start dropping frames because of processing. Because my processor Chrome is making my computer do some stuff in the background, and something's going on with Chrome, and I don't know what it is, and it's beginning to. I think this is the last night that I actually use Chrome, but we'll see. And as soon as I close chat, everything works okay. But I don't think chat is updating on the screen like it should. So, but Bimbo is going to contact me tomorrow because Bimbo wants to send a bottle of my whiskey to Jen's husband. So that's kind of cool.
Apparently, they're going to combine their winnings to make that happen.
That sounds like a good plan, I think. I think that sounds like a good plan. And they should probably do just that. I encourage that. I absolutely encourage it. But I think I've got we'll work something out. Yeah, the boozy bucks to dollars translation is going to be there's going to be a conversion factor that we're going to have to employ. But we'll get it done. We'll get it done. We'll make it work. And it'll be fun. Fun for everybody. Fun for the whole family. It's a great toy. Rolls downstairs alone or in pairs. Goes over your neighbor's dog. It's log. It's log. It's fun for girls and boys.
What are you talking about?
You're not familiar with log? Everyone's favorite toy. It rolls downstairs alone or in pairs. Goes over your neighbor's dog. It's from Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy, a cartoon in the mid 90s.
Yeah. Sheltered?
It was Funko? No, it wasn't Funko. What was the brand that made it? Was a knockoff of Slinky. Loner in pairs. It rolls downstairs. It does not go over your neighbor's dog. That was not part of Slinky, but that was it was a parody of the Slinky theme song or the Slinky jingle. And Log was the sponsored. Let me see if I can find it real quick because it's fucking hilarious. You're gonna love it. Log, Ren, and Stimpy. There it is. The original Log commercial. First, I got to do Expedia, and I'm not about to try and do this on the actual computer.
Why do you have to do Expedia?
Hey, kid, you want a toy?
Is that gonna work? Hang on. There we go. Log. And there you go. Everyone loves a
Okay.
log.
You
And
know,
that is a
sometimes
classic
grateful that I was in shelter.
that is a classic American toy. It's fits on your back. It's great for a snack. It's log, log, log.
It's great for a snack.
It's great for a snack. Ren and Stimpy was such a hilarious cartoon.
Yeah, I know it exists.
It was cutting edge for its time. The writing was the animation style was cutting edge for its time. And it inspired a whole lot of other animation style or animators to animate the same style. But after a few years, it kind of got it was kind of overdone and tired, and that was the death of Ren and Stimpy. It was a victim of its own success.
So, like, what other animation did it inspire?
The it inspired Ren and Stimpy was the animation style was the animation style that inspired uh, the modern version of Warner Brothers cartoons, the modern version of Bugs Bunny cartoons, the modern version. It was a more realistic. Um, uh, 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 it's not really realistic. It was a more. It was a style of animation that uh, modeled movements more closely to actual human movements, and it was a color scheme and 3D style that was uh, you can there are certain it's hard I can't think of which cartoons it is in the like that we see today, but when you see them you look at them and go, oh, those are the Ren and Stimpy guys. um,
Huh.
because it was a new style of animation, and it was kind of crazy like that. Maybe we should do a show. Maybe I should do a show, do a deep dive into Ren and Stimpy and its cultural, because it was the first time that this type of style was used, and it grew out of that. That would be a fun one to do because it had there were a lot of like cutaways to some gross warts with hairs and things like that. It was just kind of weird, but uh, it was more of the overall style that was easier to model. The new Addams Family cartoon, the new Addams Family movie that was a cartoon, that was in the same style as Ren and Stimpy from the 90s. And there was another major one that I can think of. I'm trying to think of. It'll come to me later. But yeah, it was a dumb cartoon for adults or grown kids in the mid '90s. MTV, and then it moved from MTV to Comedy Central or Cartoon Network and Adult Swim. But I think it started off on MTV. It was not at all. You have no idea what Beavis and Butthead is either, do you?
Nickelodeon.
Say again. You know of them? Have you seen them?
Of them.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Although, so I've been sorting through a friend's deceased father's comic book collection.
Okay.
And I have found like 3 or 4 issues of a Ren and Stimpy comic from Marvel.
Really now? I did not realize that they made actual print copies of Ren and Stimpy cartoons.
Yeah, I had no idea either.
Interesting. Well, you had no idea that it was an actual cartoon, did you? I'd heard of them. I'd read about them in the museum. Oh, anyway. Lisa,
Hmm.
it's 12:30. I'm having fun hanging out with you, but I think it's time we kind of wrap up and went to bed.
Really?
I think
I don't
so.
know.
It's 12:30. I was
And
up till
I'm
like,
only halfway through this third cocktail.
all right, well, I'll pour myself a fresh drink. So last night we talked about time travel
Did you?
and the scenario, the practical scenarios of time travel, like the real life, the scenarios that would happen, that would likely be able to happen in real life, time travel scenarios. So backwards time travel was right out. It was impossible. Yeah, I ruled that out from the from get go, because backwards time travel is there's no practical solution to being able to travel back in time, because to travel back in time means you actually have to shrink the entire universe.
What's your point?
Well, there's no, like, spatially speaking, shrinking the entire universe would be like, there's not enough energy to shrink the entire universe. So traveling back in time is impractical, uh, implausible to say the very least. Impossible is most likely. But
But
traveling
would you
forward in
say,
time is
okay,
easy.
wait. Would you say that there's enough energy to expand the universe?
There is, well, the universe is expanding, so yes. But we are not expanding the universe, it is expanding itself.
Okay.
But the act of traveling forward in time is a passive act. You don't have to actually do anything
Okay.
because you're already doing it, right? Like, the act of traveling forward in time is a passive act. You don't have to do anything. You're already traveling at 1 second per second, 60
You just
seconds.
have to do it faster.
Right. But
Okay.
the
You don't have to overcome inertia.
right, the perception, though, like traveling forward through time, the perception is you are moving slower while the rest of the world moves faster. So 600 years passes in an instant for you, and you're now 600 years in the future. For example,
Okay.
cryo sleep. You go to sleep, you wake up tomorrow, 600 years in the future.
Right.
We all do this already. We go to sleep, we wake up, we're 4 hours in the future, 6 hours in the future, 8 hours in the future, 30 minutes in the future. We do this already when we sleep. You close your eyes, you wake up, you're in the future. Your bed is a time machine. I mean, it is what it is, right?
I'm not sure I buy that concept, but okay.
Well, it is. Your bed is a time machine. You lay down in your bed, you close your eyes, you wake up, it's tomorrow. Your bed is a time machine. You go into a temporary cryo sleep. Well, you go into a temporary sleep shutdown mode. If you were able to extend that mode for days and days and days and weeks on end, using some technology to slow down the way your body is moving and aging, you're a time traveler. That's what you are. That's this is not debatable. It's not an argument. The challenge
Go on.
the challenge then becomes extending that out for extreme long periods of time. The Planet of the Apes scenario, where you
But
go
it's
and,
really the challenge is accelerating.
well, you can't accelerate yourself through. I mean, it it's slowing you down while the rest of the universe goes on. That's
Are you no?
that's how time travel works. You're slowed down. You experience minutes, where the rest of the universe experiences hours. and you arrive at your destination in minutes rather than years and years and years and years and years and years and years.
That seems like that you would be accelerating.
Well,
You would get there faster than what everybody else would.
the technological process for doing that is to increase your speed such that the closer that you get to the speed of light, the slower time travels for you, but time still continues to travel for the rest of the universe. So if you're traveling at the speed of light, your perception of time slows down. And from a photon's point of view, which has no mass and travels at the speed of light, no time passes at all. So once a particle or a wave hits the speed of light, time ceases to pass for a photon. From the perspective of the photon traveling at the speed of light, time ceases to pass. And it arrives at its destination at the exact same time that it left its departure point. Think about that for a second.
I'm like,
because relativity, what we know about relativity is the faster you travel, the slower time passes. And we know this, we have to adjust the time on our satellites, we have to adjust the time on our GPS satellites so that they're in sync, because they're traveling much faster than we are. So we have to do those adjustments, because the faster you travel, the slower time passes. You get
but only if you get beyond the speed of light.
As you approach the speed of light. Even on a jet plane, on the space station, satellites in orbit around Earth, the faster you travel, the slower time passes for those objects going at high speeds. And as you approach higher and higher and higher speeds, time slows down slower and slower and slower and slower and slower. So theoretically, if you are inside of a black hole, time stops. Because you are now traveling in a gravity well that is faster than the speed of light. You can't escape that gravity well. You're going faster than light in that gravity well in the black hole.
So
time stands still.
Time would slow down.
Time slows down to an imperceptible crawl. Exactly. The rest of the universe goes on, but from your point of view, everything stops.
I don't think everything stops.
I mean, you don't have to think it. It doesn't matter. Relativity doesn't care what you think. But that's how it works. As you approach the speed of light, time for you slows down. So if we as human beings could make it to the speed of light, literally from our perspective, at traveling at the speed of light, we would be at every point in the universe at the same time.
Okay, so what happens if you could travel faster than the speed of light?
That's a great question. I'm glad you asked. So check it out. If you're traveling to a system, let's say, that's 200 light years away, right? 200 light years away, and you're traveling at the speed of light. You get there in 200 years.
Okay.
Let's say it's 400 light years away. It's 400 light years away. You're traveling at the speed of light. You get there in 400 years. It matters. Shut up. Trust me. A lot of stuff can happen in 200 years. I mean, just think of where we were 200 years ago in 1822. Right? A lot of stuff can happen in 200 years. Right? So
yeah.
we travel to a
president. It was not a good era.
Right. We travel to a star system that's 400 light years away. We see a planet. It's habitable. There's a budding civilization that's at the beginning of their industrial revolution. We're like, we're going there. We go there. 400 years from now, the speed of light, you get there in 400 years. You leave their industrial revolution starting. You get there in 400 years later. They're in their space age, information age, right? Time passes. From here on Earth, we're observing it. Like our people are arriving there at their information age. 400 years after that, we see all that information coming to us. Like time 400 years passes, and then 400 years following, we see those effects, right? Like think of the timeline. This is an 800-year process, right?
Yes.
Okay. If you travel at, say, twice the speed of light, you get there in 200 years.
Right.
Right? So we see this civilization that is, from our point of view, has started their industrial revolution. And we're watching the timeline travel from industrial revolution to information age. That information has already left that planet and it's coming to us. 400 years of information coming to us, right?
Right.
But,
So
but 200 years.
Wait.
Yep.
So if an individual travels at twice the speed of light
Mm-hmm.
and then transmit information back to Earth,
Right.
Earth is seeing it in real time.
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of.
I mean, kind of.
We'll work that out in a minute. So our team lands. We're seeing this planet 400 years in the past. Our team lands on that. They're traveling twice the speed of light. They land there 200 years from now, which is 200 years before we're observing the information coming from that planet. So 200 years of information have left that planet when our people arrive. So 200 years from now, when we see, or 400 years from now, when we start seeing the information coming from them landing on the planet, we see an entirely different, like we see one timeline of information happening this way, and then we see 200 years later a different timeline going because these people arrived before the information that came to Earth, or before the information that left their planet arrives at Earth. Fucked up.
Too much to drink.
It's messed up though. That is the only scenario where traveling backwards in time works. It requires an extremely long distance and traveling faster than the speed of light. And it's not really traveling backwards in time, it's just traveling to a destination before the information comes to us when they've arrived at the planet. Better example, a more practical example. You put a letter in the mail with a stamp like the fucking Neanderthals used to do. You put a letter in the mail and
Hey, lawyers still do that.
You put a letter in the mail. You
so that they can track when things are received.
You put a letter.
Even though there is a mailbox rule that says that it is served when you drop it in the fucking mail.
Exactly. You put a letter in the mailbox, and it takes 5 days to be delivered from point A to point B. 2 days after that letter gets delivered, or the 2 days after you put that mail in the mailbox, the person who sent the letter dies. And you get a notification via email that the person sending, you don't know the person sending the letter, this person has died. And then 3 days after that, you actually get the letter from that person. This is the same type of time travel that we're talking about, where the astronauts go to a system, they arrive at the system and literally change the information that's coming to you after they've arrived at that system. And it's just a difference in the delivery speed of the data, because the data takes 400 years to get to you, but it's only taking you 200 years to get there and change the data that's coming. So you have two sets of data that's actually leaving the planet at the same time. And that's it. That's the best scenario for actual, and it doesn't actually change the future. It doesn't change the past. It doesn't change things that are happening. It just changes the data that's coming to you and the speed that it's coming. That's it. And it's wild. It is absolutely fantastically, amazingly wild to think of it in that context. Oh, you're silent. What? What was that?
I said this is way too much for my brain to handle right now.
It makes sense on paper. If you draw it out in a graph, it makes perfect sense on
It
paper.
does when
Absolutely
I am
does.
much more sober than what I am right now, because I think I'm like 4 shots in.
See, I can draw the circles here. It's like 400 years is this line,
It's
Four-
not circles he needs to draw.
and this is
Lines. He needs to draw lines.
200 years to here, which means that there's another set of information coming out that is 200 years plus 400 years. See, that's what it looks like right there. See, isn't it awesome?
You know, if you were a little bit slower with that, it might be awesome.
Oh yeah, but I'd have to drink less. I'd have to go back in time and have 2 fewer cocktails in order to fully explain it to your booze-addled mind.
Totally booze.
Let me see if I can get the chat back up. Chat's like, oops. I covered up your face with chat. I'm sorry.
Easy Sweet with Jen is still here with us.
Yeah, Jen is still with us. Bimbo left. But chat is behind by like 15 minutes because the page hasn't updated. You have Jen thinks you have a contagious laugh. That's not the only thing that she has that's contagious. I'm kidding. She's not contagious.
Funny joke.
I know.
So not funny.
I am hilarious though. I really am.
No.
I'm funny. But there's a lot of sci-fi that has the cryo sleep time travel scenarios. There's the one that's with Jennifer Lawrence and the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy, uh, where they're supposed to be asleep for like 95 years, and he wakes up early. And what was that? What?
It was called Passenger.
Passengers. Yeah, that's it. Passenger. And he's just a terrible, absolutely terrible character in that.
Well, he's kind of a terrible human being.
Well,
so.
yeah, but I mean that scenario in that particular movie is just a terrible scenario because he's like, I'm lonely, so I'm gonna wake her up and ruin her life too. Like you're a prick, dude. Like why? You're just a terrible fucking human being. In that movie, he's a terrible human being. His character is a terrible human being.
Kind of a terrible human being in real life.
But yeah, he's also a kind of a terrible human being in real life. What are you doing? Why are you being this way? My computer is being a pain in my ass, and it's making me very angry. But Planet of the Apes was one of those. We were supposed to see that in hell. Don't Look Up did it, where they did the cryo sleep sequence where they went to the other planet. And to this day, I don't understand why they didn't just circle the Earth until the Earth was habitable again.
And Don't Look Up.
Say what?
And Don't Look Up.
And Don't Look Up. Yeah, they went into cryosleep in order to go to the other system, and then they woke themselves up to get out of their cryosleep and drop onto the new planet. That was the very last bits before what's her face got killed by the whatchamacallit.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, but that's how they traveled to the other planet. They went to a cryosleep. But oh shit, there's others. Alien had that scenario where they go into cryosleep and they come back from their mission to Earth. That's the most common. They don't call it time travel, but that's the most common way to travel long distances without having to birth generations of babies to survive the travel. Is just knock them out and go into cryosleep. Because otherwise, you either have to take the time out of your existence, like,
Right.
or take the distance out of your trip. And that's the other really common way that they do it. They just kind of hand wave over, yeah, we're going across the universe, hand wave, and you're there. Warp drive, whatever, hyperspace. Star Trek Voyager was at least honest with us. I mean, they had they tried to be honest. They had the wormhole where Enterprise was sent across into uncharted territory, and then it took them like 9 seasons to get back to Starfleet Command. It took them for I don't remember how long that series went, but it took them forever to get back to Starfleet Command, and I'm not 100% certain they ever got back, but I can't remember because I quit watching that series when I broke up with my girlfriend who watched that series. So there you go.
That's the same zodiac signs didn't align with yours.
It was the same what? Which one? Say that again. Sorry.
Was it the same girlfriend whose zodiac sign did not align with yours?
No, this was a different girlfriend. This was the girlfriend who was actually she was a student at the Baylor School of Medicine. She was one of the very good people that went to Baylor, despite the fact that Baylor was a shithole of impropriety and horribleness. This was before I met Melissa. Yeah, this was my freshman year in college, I think.
Wait, your freshman year, you were dating a med student?
Yeah, she was like 5 years older than me. I was 19. I think she was like 25.
That would be like 6 years older
Well,
than you.
6 years, whatever. 5, 6 years older. 19? Was I 18? 19. I had to have been 19. That might have been the fall semester of my sophomore year. I would have been 19 at that point.
How did you even meet this person?
Where did I meet her?
Yeah, like how did you meet her?
Well, that's a fun story. I'm glad you asked. I met her online. This was before dating apps, this was when you actually would go into like chat rooms and talk to human beings, like have to actually interact with people and chat with people. This was the Internet Relay, IRC, Internet Relay channels. And I would, I met her on IRC, which was a text-based chat, kind of a, not unlike live chat right over here on our side of the, but it was just, instead of being part of a show, it was just like a screen of chat, and you would just chat about whatever topics were the topic of the room. I guess not really unlike Twitter, Facebook, except it wasn't like, no, it was more like a bulletin board, just kind of a chat room type of thing. This is what we did to entertain ourselves in the 90s.
Okay.
It was
I remember using Pine to chat with your people, but it was only people I knew on the U of H campus because they were within the same email system. I never messed with the bulletin boards.
Ted Williams is holding out hope, says Easy Street with Jen. Yeah, no, these were random strangers, and this was probably a Houston chat group. I mean, I don't know. I don't even remember. We had one that hung out with House of Pies fans. You know, like we would every once in a while meet up in real life at the House of Pies. But I can't remember exactly what it was. But I met her. Yeah, I met her online. I met her in a chat group online. Probably Houston related. Um, oh, chat has caught up on the screen now. But yeah, it was probably Houston related. She was a Baylor student, and we said, hey, we should meet in person. And we met in person, and our first date was at Chewy's. Yeah, we hung out at Chewy's, had margaritas, and
This time we're in Kirby.
the one on Westheimer and Kirby. Yeah, we met at Chewy's, which was one of only two Chewy's at the time. The one in Houston, the one in Dallas, or Austin, rather. There was only two Chewy's at the time. We met at the one here in Houston, obviously. Had some margaritas for about, I don't know, we hung out for like 2 hours, drank margaritas.
Richmond existed at that time.
Say what? What existed at the time?
The one in Richmond?
I don't know if it existed at the time yet. I just knew about the one in town and the one in Austin. That was it. But yeah, we sat, we chatted, we had margaritas, and then we went. Did we go back to her place and watch Voyager that night, or did we? I don't know if it. I think we might have gone back that night and watched the first episode of Voyager. That might have been the night that Voyager premiered. I can't remember. But yeah, she was a Trek nerd. She was a Trekkie. And that was, I was in school. She was in school. We were in different schools. She was a med student. I was an undergrad. This is the infamous Sarah, the one who was bald, who shaved her head.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. That is, I dated a chick who had no hair. Yes.
Okay.
I have more hair right now than she had when I met her.
Wow.
Yep. I took her home for Thanksgiving.
Oh, was this Lori?
No, this was Sarah. Lori. I didn't date a Lori that I know of.
Was Sarah the kind of wacky one?
Sarah was kind of a wacky one, yeah. She was, my mom will still tell you, oh yeah, Sarah. To this day, it's been, God, I'm what, 40, it's been 26 years? And she will.
She's the one your mom and your older brother still talk about.
Oh yeah, because she was. She came home for. No, it wasn't Thanksgiving. It was like a Christmas party or Thanksgiving. Maybe it was a Halloween. I don't remember. There was some party that she showed up for at the house, and yeah, she was a good kid. She was a delightful individual. A lot of fun. Me and her had a lot of fun. Well, there were several nights when I was over at her place studying and watching Voyager. And that's
Studying?
well, no, I actually had books and notebooks, and I would come over and do homework and read while we were watching Voyager. But Voyager was only like a 1 hour episode or 30-minute episode. I can't remember how long it was. Janeway was awesome. She had a mild crush on Janeway, and I can't blame her because Janeway was something else. I like 7 of 9 myself. Jerry Ryan was. She still is smoke show, absolute smoke show. Anyway, that's enough of that. That's enough of all that. See, the chat window is just a disaster at this point. It's not catching up. It's not functioning properly. Nothing about it is working right. Let's move it over here into the other screen. And every time I open it, your voice does that. My computers. Man. Hold on, Lise. Dropping frames again. Like it's hot. All right, there we go. That's better. That's better. All right. So what else you want to know, Lise? What other parts of my sordid past do you want to know about? There it goes. Chrome just crashed again. I lost it. All right, I'm done. I'm done fucking with chat. I can't do anything with it. Easy Street just dipped out. She's done. Thank you for joining us, Easy Street with Jen. I appreciate it. You are. Whoops. Make it bigger. Thank you. Make it bigger. Thank you. And I'm going to. Can I disable that window entirely? No, but I can minimize it. I will. Okay, good. All right. I'm on top of the tech over here like a boss. What's what? Anyway, how's that cocktail going, Lise?
What?
How's your cocktail? Are you done? Because Jen is dipping out.
Just crunching the ice.
She's done for the night. Bimbo's gone for the night. We're done. I think we're at the end of the line.
Yeah, Easy Street with Jen is going to bed.
Yeah. You're very welcome, Jen. Thank you for the fun as well. Y'all guys are the ones that actually make this a fun and entertaining and interactive show. So I really do appreciate, like I've said before, I appreciate the interaction. I appreciate the involvement and participation. Trivia sucks when nobody plays. If it's just me calling out questions and answers, it is no fun. It's really easy when nobody plays, but when nobody's playing, it's really dreadfully boring to watch. So it's not only is it boring to watch, it's boring to do it. So I always appreciate you guys joining in and participating and having all the fun with us. So yeah, there you go. Lise, anything that we need to know before I dip out the episode 2? Just
only that I'll be at the Woodlands from 5 p.m. until it's always out.
I think that is my hunch is that you will sell your last bottle at 7. Well, I don't want to say it that way. You will have sold all of the bottles in the store by 7:30. Yeah. And that's a better way to phrase it than you will sell your last bottle at 7:30, because you could still have like 19 bottles left and have sold the last bottle at 7:30. Your only bottle is, and you're like, oh shit.
True.
I think you will have sold all of the bottles in the store by 7:30. And yeah, the guys at that store are good guys. So they're fun. It's I don't think it's one of our better stores, but it is a good store. It is a good store. The guys and gals both at that store are good folks.
Awesome.
I like
I
that
look
store.
forward to meeting him.
And one of our very own favorite comedians, John Westling, is there in that neighborhood. He may come by and harass you. I'm gonna see if I can do. I'll make some phone calls, see if I can get him to come by and give you some shit. Because that's what that makes the world just a much more fun place. Is when people are coming and harassing Lisa. The world is just a funner place.
Thanks so much.
We'll see what we can do. We will see what we can do.
Okay. Fantastic.
All right, Lise. What else do we need to know? Make sure you're registered to vote. Spay and neuter your cats.
Do that.
I'll be back Wednesday with a topic that I haven't decided on yet. Whatever. It's like 1:30 and I'm tired. Oh, I'm sorry. It's only 1 o'clock and I'm tired. All right, Lisa. Tell everybody good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. It's been fantastic. It's been fun. Thank you for joining us for trivia. We'll be back next week, Wednesday night, for some kind of topical conversation, and Thursday night for trivia. Be awesome to each other. Think with your whole brain, love with your whole heart, and drink the best goddamn whiskey. Cheers and good night.
Good night.